is no longer safe. I've asked for warning
I
marks
need
to
you
be
to do
created
this.
so they may be used to direct visitors west towards Edoras. I would ask that you will display these warnings on posts along the roads so as to keep others from wandering into dangerous territory. Ride along the roads south and east of Cliving. Display the warning markers upon any post you encounter. There should be 4 of them. And the Red Fields. My riders have spoke with me about a section of the Norcrofts between Cliving and Elthingles that they have branded the Red Fields for
I
all the
need your help.
blood-stained grasses that have become an all too common sight there. These plains are so dangerous due to the ever-present threat of mounted orc archers. Even the most seasoned rider can be struck with an unlucky or unexpected arrow and become mortally wounded. Clear as many of the mounted orc archers from this land as you can, and I will ensure that you're rewarded for your endeavors. And that's everything.
I have a question. Is there a reason
probably have an
why
answer.
you wouldn't put another person with Angalan so that then he could see markers and also he'd have someone else to help him do kills?
That makes good sense. So that way he could see a mark on me, and that might make it easier for him to follow. So let's see.
I'll go.
All right. So if
I go
that
on
puts
follow to whoever I'm kin leader to, so it doesn't matter.
That puts a hunter in each group, which
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
even out the DPS a little, and then Nangalan can
It
put a
also
marker.
keeps foot
Good
speed
idea.
even and
Yeah, find the
camp
path.
firings even, and
It's a better idea than I had.
yeah, that's what I mean, find the path. Both groups have find the path. I mean,
Raving owl brain.
Is the cap staying at 83, by the way?
It is going to go up today because we have everybody here, and except me, and we're doing 4 hours of progression, so it will be going up. You can go at least to 84, and we'll probably just go to 85, but we'll see how far we get today.
Okay,
Hey,
I won't
Angalan?
get stoned.
Yeah?
Yeah, not
you
too
need
much.
to invite me.
Oh yeah. I thought you were gonna invite me.
You could invite
Oh.
him.
I don't know where he is.
Just
I don't
look
know
on the
how to
guild
find
list-
people
on the
unless
kin-
they're like
kin
literally
list.
right in front of me.
You can invite right off the kin listing.
Okay.
That's actually
Thank
the
you.
easiest way I find.
I did that now.
Oh, and hey guys, the Riders 4 now have quests for us.
Yep, we'll get them on the way back in. Well, we will, because we're going to be coming back for sure. Okay, let us ride. I am galloping. And vengeance for Elthingles. Because we can do that repeatable. Oh, and here's our very first Norcroft's farmer. Reeve Althawald intends to leave us unprotected if we do not flee. I cannot fathom leaving my home abandoned, but I will do so if it means safety for my family. Thank you, strangers. We shall make for Cliving at once. He sounds a little confused. Let's ride northeast. Turning sharply northeast past this field. Okay, so I turned my frill down to 33.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if it helps.
I've been playing a fair bit on characters all over the game, including in Rohan. And so far it hasn't happened. It only happened in the place it always happens, which is when I ride from Bree to Stangard.
Every single character I have, no matter what, the first time I load in East Wall near the, what's his name's camp?
Mansig.
Mansig, thank you. Every single time it crashes just once. I don't know what's going on there.
What brings you to these lands?
Evacuation. The orcs that have spread across the fields have made it far too dangerous to remain. I will heed your warnings and leave these lands behind. Yet, I hope someday to return. And you can turn in Vengeance for Elthengels. Okay, and not far from here is a first post.
I was also reading, I was looking through the forums just for general information, and I don't know if this is true or not, but someone said that one of the devs, or Cordorvan, said that they kind of learned their lesson from Rohan, and especially Gondor, that they really just crammed too much for a 32-bit client to handle.
Yep.
And so Mordor and North Mirkwood are better because they kept within their limits.
Scaled back. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
Well,
it's
we'll get through
probably going to be necessary for everyone, meaning everyone, to drop to medium settings to avoid crashing constantly in Minas Tirith, from what I've heard.
Yeah,
Right,
no,
not-
like, usually when I'm there, I'm like fine, but traveling to there or from there, I've crashed a lot, and you know, I have a
Did
pretty
everybody
decent computer.
Did everybody click that post, by the way?
I believe I did. I have one of four.
What post?
Post the one that's for posting warnings.
Yeah, we stopped
going.
and posted a warning back there.
It's
Yeah,
back
I
here.
did.
Wrath.
Doofus.
Okay, thank
He's
you.
trolling me. He got me.
What business have you?
And we have another Norcross farmer at Boz's location southeast of you guys.
Yeah, I totally missed that. Sorry.
Oh, you did. You actually missed it. You weren't trolling me. I thought you were just messing with me, man.
No, I didn't actually click the post. I was
Oh,
being
whoops.
serious.
We're all
Right,
talking about
now-
the client.
There it is. I found the sun.
This is our third Norcross farmer. He says, "Thank you for the warning. It seems to me now that these lands are fit for naught but war. I will make haste for Edoras, in the hopes that Theoden King will still hold against our foes." It's a lot of optimism.
Farmer's having his breakfast.
Yep, totally is. A mouthful of food.
I guess we're lucky they're all being so reasonable about it.
Well, you know, death is pretty permanent, at least for them.
We've discovered Rangar's farm.
There's no death in this game, you just get really, 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 really despondent.
Unless you're an NPC.
Yeah.
They die.
Right? Really
I'm
despondent.
defeated.
Yep. So
Where's-
let's
where
go
am I?
in. Yep. Ninth is off to grab the post.
It's not
Oh,
going to
my
miss it this
bad. I
time.
saw it and went to get it.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not missing another one, buddy. I'm getting that
Will you
post.
aid the horse
So
lords?
come on into Rangar's farm, and then the rest of us will get the post.
Oh,
It's
where
a
the-
giant
where's
bog
the
butt
door?
in front of me.
And did you find the door?
Yeah, I did.
He says, "My dear Inhild, she need not worry for me. Since I first gazed upon her in the market, I've been in love, and I will do anything to be near her. I refuse to leave for Edoras, for we may never meet again. I appreciate your concerns, but I will not leave without seeing Inhild."
Our success depends upon our strength. Will you aid us?
Descending the
too soon.
farmstead. I must endure the orcs until I am able to prove to Inhild's father, Huithmon, that I am worthy of his daughter. The fence gates around my farm need to be secured. Upon each of my attempts to leave my farm, the orcs have harassed me and tried to ride me down. Please help me secure the fence, but remain vigilant of the orc riders and their torment.
Okie dokie.
Man, these two frickin' tormentors almost killed my mini until I just dismounted and did things the smart way. And then they melted.
Oh, you were playing a mini through here too?
Yep. Yeah, I'm bringing all my clothies through. Okay, where are the tormentors? Oh, you know what? They won't appear until we close the gate. So we should all come back to the gate. And I don't know, we might get like 14 tormentors. I don't know how many we're gonna get, so this could be fun. Farm gate has been secured. I think it counted for all of us. Here come the tormentors.
Yeah, I got it too.
I didn't even see him.
Alright. It's like, what? Oh, they're dead. Okay, so everybody come to the wood post. On for us.
I think it also gave me an update for the book quest.
It did, yes. Book 8, Chapter 7, Riding the Bounds. So we just found the first marker, and then we'll ride to the second, south of the first, but we're going to go back to Rongar.
I was wondering why I would miss the first one, because I thought I clicked on it, but it's channeled, so you have to give it a sec.
You never know when it's going to be a channeled mark versus a
Right.
regular old one. And Rongar says, I'm glad to see you dealt with those merciless brutes. I'm fortunate to have someone with such skill in my company. Someone's. Let us hope the orcs decide to relent their constant harassment now that they've seen your ability to defend against them. Heart or gold? Your dispatch of these orc ruffians has given me a rather clever idea. With your assistance, I've thought of a way to gain the respect of Inhild's father. There's a notorious orc thief that I've witnessed looting various trinkets and valuables from the abandoned farmsteads surrounding my home. His fondness for treasure will be his downfall. Track down this Uruk, separate him from his ill-gotten gains, and with those valuables in my possession, I might yet impress old Wheatmon and be allowed to court his daughter.
This is going to go badly.
That's a random idea. It might be more impressive if he actually did the killing of the Uruk thief, but...
No, you see what's
I
going to
say-
happen is he's
I say
gonna
we
bring
get the
something
treasure and steal the girl.
Okay, get the treasure and steal the girl.
Only if she's a captain.
What was your
That's
idea,
my
Sophie?
guy.
He's gonna show up with all these treasures, and it's gonna end up being some sort of family heirloom that was looted from some cousin's farm, and how dare you, blah 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 blah. It's not gonna go well.
Well, we already know that,
That was
it's
Cousin Cletus' gold.
possession is all of ownership because of the bow situation, right?
You're right. Never mind that you know exactly what it looks like and can just describe it down to the last detail of etching. It's mine now, I found it. But if you race me
You
for
know,
it,
it's
It must
the
say
old...
race
you
for
have
it,
it
yeah.
back.
I found friends.
Oh,
Don't you know the well-established finders keeper precedent?
did Ungolin and Sophie get credit for the looter? Here's the looter. You guys come down and make sure you hit this guy that Boz has targeted.
And then there's the Loser's Weeper's corollary.
Okay, I'm listening.
No, there's the
He
Finder's
has defeated
Keeper's
the
rule,
leader, but he carried no...
and then the Loser's
Yeah,
Weeper's corollary.
and the corollary is the Loser's Reaper's corollary.
Need to return to Rongar again, but there's another point nearby. Now, this is not a clicky, this one, oddly enough. And then we're gonna go due south, and we're gonna kill Haglab the troll for some rep.
Wow, there's a whole pack of horses. I've never seen that before. Actually, it's not
Yeah.
a pack, right? It's a herd.
Heard.
Whee! He made me fly.
You're not Game of Thrones fans, right?
No.
That phrase has a specific meaning in Game of Thrones.
Wee?
No, he made me fly.
Oh, he made me fly. I don't know it.
Isn't that what happens when they throw someone out the moon gate?
Yeah, the moon door. Yeah.
Charming.
Is it a way of killing someone?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's this fortress on top of some mountains called the Eyrie, and a common method of execution is to throw someone out the moon door, which is to throw them off a cliff, pretty much.
Sure. Alright, so we're riding west-southwest toward my quest marker. We need to kill these orc archers. Yeah. Like that.
Oh, where did y'all go?
West, southwest, you said.
Man, that guy was on you.
Waiting. Yeah, I've got a power that taunts them and makes them stay alongside me.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I can't catch up to swing at him.
I'll stop using that one as much.
No, it's alright. It gives the Dawn and Angalan
Are
more
you
time to
finding
tag him.
Boz, Angalan? Or are you just on
I-
a killing haze?
I kinda did, sorry. It's
You're
your
the eyes here,
influence.
dude.
Yeah.
I'm on follow.
Oh, it's not Dawn, and it's Kate.
Yeah. I have no idea where y'all went. I can't see you in any direction.
48.8 south, 56.4 west.
48. Alright.
If you're looking at your quest tracker, we're just to the east of the southmost quest ring.
That's interesting. I have different coordinates than you, and like not even close. Say yours again.
Oh no, you know what? That was no, sorry, 47.5 south,
Okay.
55.0 west.
We're close.
No, I was looking at map coordinates. Yeah.
It's too bad the hunters can't track PCs, right? Then she could just track
Yeah,
you.
no kidding.
What were the
Just ride.
coordinates again?
Alright, wait
Ride
a
to the
minute. I
next-
need to kill these bastards.
Just ride to the next quest marker. The southmost quest marker. It's along the main middle road heading south out of Cliving. That ring marker.
Oh, the third marker, west of the second?
Yep. That's where we
Who's
are.
on first?
Right.
Who's on first?
Please
What's on
do-
second? I don't know. Who's on third?
Alright, Angalan,
Yeah.
you need to slow the hell down, and you need to do better
Sorry.
at avoiding enemies.
Sorry.
Alright, let's go.
Alright.
Yeah, if something aggroes you, just like blow a raspberry at it and keep riding.
Well, we managed to grab a train that was enough damage from each one that Sophie got dismounted.
Ah,
So,
Okay, I'm at the third marker.
last marker is to the north of this one.
okay. I must be. Hang on. We're talking about two different quests. Wow. Okay.
That's what I thought you said. I read the description there.
Along the south road out of Cliving, right down the middle of the Norcross map,
Posting
toward
warning.
the ring. That's the one.
It's posting warning, not the book quest. I need to go AFK just a minute.
Okay, let me see if I can try to get a...
Okay. I'm putting an end to mounted combat now. We're gonna go on foot for a while until we get our shape back.
Is that shape?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Alright. I think I'm going the right way now.
I have posting warning as my quest guide, and I'm heading that direction.
Alright, y'all, stop where you are. Both of you, in the other group. Stop where you are.
I am.
Stop.
Yep.
Break your group.
That's a good idea.
Ah, now I see what you're doing.
Please answer the summon, I'm going. Sophie's summon is coming.
You just gave it to me.
No, the summon with a horn.
Oh.
Alright, and if we take the value of 2 summoning horns and convert that into demerits, I think we get about 5 each.
Okay. I am unbinding my war steed, rebinding my goat. I recommend everyone do the same. 98% of your steed XP comes from turning in quests anyway, so we're losing nothing except time. So let's do it this way for a while.
And
Since we
based on
merge
what
things-
just happened, I don't think we're losing time.
Yep. That's what I mean, we're losing time doing it the other way. Okay, so,
Why don't I take Dawn in my group?
sure. That way we have a hunter in each group.
Sorry, guys.
Do you want me to take anyone else?
Don't
Don't
yeah,
have
because
to.
we're on normal steeds, we won't have a problem. Let's see, let me roughly even out PS. Take on Gowan. Everybody click the wood post.
Yep.
How do I
Cool.
get on my other horse?
Whatever key you used to use to bind your horse. Just replace it with the old skill. Right? I'm maybe asking
Mounts are a
something.
skill.
Okay.
They're
So
under a
if you're
tab
look-
that says mounts.
Yeah, so you up K to open your skill panel, and then the mounts tab. There's that horsey. Alright.
Okie doke.
Yeah, I can run, but they can't hide.
Great, Sophie.
Thank you.
Hey, 81. Got a trade point.
I'll get there eventually. Right now there's orcs to...
There's a bear in them fields.
It's a Norcross field bear. Because apparently that's a thing.
Will you aid the horse lords?
Here is the fourth of 5 farmers. I cannot understand why Athelward refuses to send his riders to help defend our homes, but he has always done what is best for his people, and I will adhere to his decree for evacuation. Blessings to you, messengers. Okay. And let's mount up. We don't have anything we need to kill at the moment. Except that guy. Okay, so let's talk about mounted combat. If we run 2 groups, the smaller group, really, you can't go wandering, aggroing things. We're gonna one-shot everything. Everybody's gonna get 1 skill per mob. As we kind of fell into a decent rhythm with it a couple weeks ago, but maybe we just have not practiced it enough. But the only person who should be doubling back is me. The only person who should be moving in basically other than a straight line is me. If we deviate from that too much, it turns into hellish cat herding. So I think we're gonna try it again with Galt and Zara in the other group,
What brings you to
and
these
see if we
lands?
can hold
I
our
think
shape
that's a
a little
great
more.
idea.
I object to the term hellish cat herding. I think it's great fun.
Yeah, but you're one of the cats, dude.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, just with that
I'm the worst of them.
mounted combat, I kind of get easily distracted. You know.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
hadn't noticed.
Yeah, that we just can't
Sorry.
because we're wasting a lot of people's time when that happens. I appreciate that. So yeah,
Will you aid those
we will all finish our Slayer deeds before we finish questing in Rohan. I mean, look at your log sometime. We're in advanced everything without even trying.
So are we going back to the evil horses?
We are gonna try it, and if we keep
Okay.
having headaches, we're gonna go off of it. But the mob density is too low, and there's just too much ground here to cover.
What speed am I on?
Gallop.
Okay.
Are we putting dash on?
No, I'll call for dash if we want.
All right.
We'll usually just use dash while we're traveling between towns. We probably won't use dash in combat because it just is too fast for some people's eyes.
I got you.
Me.
So, evacuation. Shall miss my home dearly, but I will not disobey a command from our noble Reeve. Athelward is a wise ruler, and if he requires us to take shelter within the city, then that is the course of action I will take. Pardon me, for I must begin preparations to set forth. Yeah, we have to develop good mounted combat habits in these couple zones, or things will just take a frustratingly long time, and it's double for Wildermore, because Wildermore has a much more challenging terrain with a lot more ways to get lost, in my opinion, than East Rohan. Okay, so we are riding to the next marker. Let's do that.
Yeah, and if I remember right, West Rohan is even more spread out than this.
Yeah, we will need our war steeds to get anywhere in West Rohan as well. So the next few zones, it's important that we develop good habits as a kinship. I know it's tough when we only do it once a week for some hours, but
Yeah, but we're all reasonably disciplined, intelligent people when we want to be.
we just choose not to be.
Much of the time, actually.
Nice crit. And it should say you've ridden the bounds and should return to Kuthrid. And we're also going to ride up here and tell Leofkatel the good news.
He's been promoted.
Yep.
It's gonna be
Chief
chaos.
Butt
The men
kisser.
are gonna rebel,
We
which is
must
probably
turn
what
to
they're
the
looking for.
offensive.
Yeah. Athelward has made me captain of the guard. It's an honorable title, but one wrought with peril and frustration. This feels more of a punishment than a reward. I sought to
Well,
keep
maybe you
away
should
from the
have thought of
fields
that.
of destruction, only to be thrust into the front lines of our defenses. I'm unsure how this flawed promotion was decided, but I cannot help but think that you are to blame. Off with you all. Pester someone else with your good deeds.
Yeah.
Leofkatel seems most displeased with his new rank.
Aw, schnuckabottoms!
And Garmund. G?
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Oh, I was just gonna say that this is, a bad sign because one of the marks of a good leader is knowing where to place who where, in what position.
Yep.
And he's doing the exact opposite of this.
Yep. Athelward's judgment. If Reeve Athelward has decided that I must return to serve him, then I shall obey his judgment. I believe my actions were just, but I must accept the outcome of disregarding his orders. Allow me time to collect my belongings. I regret that I will not be able to further defend the lands that I so greatly love, but by protecting the Reeve, I am in a unique position to keep safe the people I've sworn to honor. Perhaps in time I will be able to convince Athelward not to sacrifice so much of his domain in order to defend his city. Thank you all for standing by me through all of this, easily lost. Remember last week he wanted to go out and challenge the Uruks in the field, and we did so, but he got in
We're
trouble
gonna end
for
up
that.
having to kill this guy, aren't we?
Leafcutter is a snitch. So long, Captain Snitch.
It's gonna suck.
I
need
Oh,
more
I'm
coffee.
missing one orc archer.
Missing an Orc Archer? Okay.
Yeah, I've got
let's
5
ride.
or 6.
Let's ride back down and get an Orc Archer. So everybody are about face. We're gonna ride by a Leafcutter and blow raspberries at him.
Captain Snitch.
There's my raspberry.
We're synced on everything else, Nick.
Cool.
You guys rock.
Just the one Archer.
I believe
Yeah.
so, yeah.
And we didn't return to Rangar yet, right?
No, we did not yet return to Rongar, correct.
Alright. I just must have missed credit for one or something.
Yeah, we weren't there at the time. I have one missing too.
I blame Ninth Pawn. He one-shotted one of the archers. He super killed it. Oops. Yeah, right. Darn you for critting.
Sorry,
I
not
like
sorry.
that. When right, yeah. When he and I both crit, they go down before you guys can tag them.
Oz, you're invisible.
I'm invisible.
There you are. Yeah, you were invisible until just now. I had like the targeting circle and little yellow arrow, but no buzz.
That's probably because we turned some of your settings down to prevent you crashing. Either
Yeah.
draw distance or crowd quality is gonna be the one that probably affects that.
Okay. Yeah, it just happened again. It's fine. I can still follow the arrow. So I mean, honestly, that's what I do.
There's an archer. My group, go easy on him. Okay, there we go.
Okay. I was like, no, your group needs one too.
I tapped him,
Yeah.
but I gently tapped him. I tapped him with a
Alright.
not highly damaging skill.
You
Glove
just
tap.
whacked him a little bit with that.
Right. Yeah, I love tap right. Kind of. For a dwarf to do that to an orc, what we're really doing is we're taking the blunt end of the
You're
axe
whacking
handle
with
and
the handle with your axe.
smashing him really hard in the jaw and breaking a tooth or two. Like, hey, buddy,
Yep.
what's happening?
It's not my fault there's a bad lightning storm in this area.
Right. What are the
Mind
odds?
the weather.
Alright, we got separated. Sorry.
Oop. That's okay. I'll come back. I'm gonna stop near a farmhouse. We are at 44.2 south, 54.8 west, and I mean it this time, not a map coordinate. Sorry about that, James.
44 what?
44.2
south.
54.8 west.
South of us, okay.
I see you.
Oh.
Can you mark Galt?
Yeah,
I can
was
mark
gonna say
Galt.
that.
Yes, I can. Let's see.
Good call.
Just so I can make sure we can all make sure that at least the leader of the group is with us.
He
The leader of
is.
the band.
Let's see if we can mark him with a more noticeable mark. There we go. Big red skull.
I've got the wolf paw on myself. Raw.
Alright. Galt is marked. Thank you guys, by the way, for your suggestions and reminders helping to kind of get the group flow going in mounted combat. It's still somewhat challenging for me.
Hey, we're blameless. It's the
Alright.
game that is screwing this up.
Right, exactly. Darn you devs.
I wish.
Uh-oh, Rongar is nowhere to be seen. Signs of a struggle are visible here. So, we need to pick this spear. Rongar's spear seems to have been left on the ground. No kidding, we could kind of tell that. Rongar's cloak has been torn and is stained with blood. So we need to bring his cloak to Inhild and Cliving. And that should be all our turn-ins now. I heard a late warhorse. Soph's loading her horsey. It takes so long to call them. You know,
Well, it also takes so long to click on the cloak when nobody else is clicking on the cloak, and then find the door, which takes the longest of all.
Oh,
So yeah, I was a little late getting out.
erase.
Delete.
Ooh, sturdy steel key.
Yeah. Congrats.
Nice.
I am switching to Trot at the gates of Cliving.
Announcing the speed changes helped a ton.
Ooh, and here's Inhild. I'm afraid we are the bearer of bad tidings. Bearers of bad tidings?
Will you aid the horse lord?
This is Rongar's cloak, is it not? I was worried that he had not been found. But it seems you've been helping him after all. You look concerned. Is something wrong?
Our success depends upon our strength.
All that
Will you aid us?
remains. Why have you brought me Rongar's cloak? Whatever concerns you, please speak your mind. You described to Inhild the scene you witnessed when you returned to Rongar's farm. She begins to quietly sob. Oh no, it cannot be true. Poor Rongar, my love. Why did he not flee? I begged him not to stay on my behalf. I know that he stayed so we might be together. but it is now doubtful I'll ever look upon him again. Easily lost, I must ask you for one final favor. You must take me to Rangar's farm, so that I may bid goodbye to him in person. I will know no peace until I see these things for myself. Please speak with my father inside our home. Ask that he allow you to escort me to Rangar's farmstead.
Hey,
Thinking so.
guys. I think Soph
Yes?
is thinking what I'm thinking.
Yep.
If so, I approve. If that's what they did.
Up the stairs to the left, and Huithmon is working hard paying the Rohan bills.
Will you
It
aid
looks
the
like he has
Horse
calipers and tongs on his desk there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls fans. All that remains. Inhild yet wastes her thoughts on that foolish Rongar? He's but a worthless farm boy. A woman of her standing should be courted by a wealthy noble or a brave warrior. You explain to Huithmon the events at Rangar's farm and request to escort Inhild there so she may know peace. I shed no tears for Rangar. His fate is a result of his own foolish actions. I will grant Inhild my blessing to leave if it helps her to forget about her silly affections, but you must promise to keep her safe. He is allowed the escort. It's a Fathy.
Faffy.
A wild Fatherdros appears. How are you?
Good, how are y'all?
Good. Welcome back.
Good.
Glad you could
Are
join
we
us for a
traveling?
while. Yes, we're doing all that remains. Let us go out at once before my father changes his mind on this matter. Lead the way. Oop, max players 3
Wow.
randomly. 3 this time. Ooh, special. James, I'm gonna kick you. And let's see. So we can go 3-3-1. So the burglar gets to go solo, which is very burglary.
That's fine.
You have
You guys crack my style
Inhild
anyway.
to the home of Rangar.
Yeah.
Giving her the chance to have
Crash
a
bang
Don't
boom,
stab.
what?
regarding the death
Don't
of
don't stab her in the
Lancelot.
back.
What?
Aid the
Clank,
horse lords.
clank, clank. So she says, "Thank you for bringing me here. I hope I've not been overly troublesome to you. You've been greater friends to Rangar and myself than you know. Please excuse us for a moment."
No, I think I had a
Rongar.
good idea.
Rangar!
Wait for the read-through before clicking ahead, please.
Where are you, my love? Oh, how I miss you. Here I am, Inhild. Do you see me? It's so good to see you, my love. I cannot believe it worked.
What business have you?
Here come
with
2
the
horses from behind. Greetings again, adventurers. I understand your surprise. Well, the little hobbit and the other one don't seem surprised, but please allow me to explain. Inhild and I have known that we would never be together. As long as Huithmon could stop us, we devised a plan to feign my death in hopes that Huithmon would allow Inhild to see my remains. For our scheme to work, we would need an outsider to lend help. That outsider was you. I'm sorry to have deceived you all, but it was the only way to ensure that you would be genuine when convincing Huithmon. We do not wish for it to be this way, but we had no choice. Please do not be angry. You've done us a great service. There is one final matter that needs to be dealt with. Please speak with Inhild, and she will explain.
Our
You
mission
could
is
have
dire.
asked, says Soph. And Inhild says, "My father cares for me, but he shares not my views of love. He would never allow for me to spend my life with a farmer, no matter how good that man might be. Rangar and I must depart together for safer lands. You all have been so helpful, but I must ask of you one final request. Please tell my father that I've gone off with a rich and handsome rider from Edrus, whom we encountered on our return. In this way he will miss me, but be altogether happy for my good fortune." A clever lie. Good fortune to you all. We owe you our happiness together.
Where's my daughter? She just
Find
met some
her
random dude on the road and we let her go with him. Oh, cool. That sounds cool.
Oh, that sounds plausible. Sure it does. And,
long as he's
and
not with that
Rangar was
farmer
dead,
boy.
was he? Right.
Our mission is dire.
A random rich rider guy. He sounds fine.
Random, you say?
You return.
Guy, you say?
I trust that Inhild has returned safely as well. Stay a moment and share with me your visit to the belated Rangar's home.
What was this guy's name?
okay.
Guy Manderson.
So we're gonna
Yes.
take our prize here before we tell them, right?
Yes. You can get whichever one.
We're
you
so
like.
awesome.
Yep, there's a follow-up quest to talk to him. Inhild's wish or speaking the truth. And he says, my daughter knows not what is best for her. So Inhild's wish
Your aid.
would be to lie to him. Accepting and completing this quest will uphold Inhild's wish to deceive her father. You'll not be allowed to complete the quest speaking the truth to inform Huitman of what actually transpired. Or, speaking the truth,
Our success depends
we
upon
reveal
our
the truth of
strength.
Inhild's actions to her father, and then
Yes.
we will not be allowed to complete Inhild's wish. So, people can choose. I don't think this has a big effect on the further plot that I'm aware of, so people can choose either one they want. Is there a group consensus? Should we lie or tell the
Aid
truth?
Rohirrim.
I vote for Inheld's wish.
Yep, lie.
Okay, 1. 2 for lying.
True.
Anyone strongly feel we should tell the truth? 1 for telling the truth.
I'm kind of for telling the truth because I have a hunch that if we hit Inhild's wish, we won't be able to convince him, and he'll know we're lying anyway. So he'll know what happened.
So why don't we have Galt tell the truth and do the reading for that one? And
Well, if he doesn't want to do that.
if you would like to read it, sir.
Sure.
And but before we do that, we'll see if he believes us if we lie. I think he'll be okay with either one. But James, do you want to read Inhild's wish?
Okay. What makes you hesitate? All 7 of you. Is there something you've not told me?
Our mission is dire.
You attempt to convince Huitman that you've encountered a very handsome and wealthy rider, Guy, along the road south of Cliving. You describe how Inhild became enamored with the man and she accepted his offer to travel together to Edoras. Can this be true? Oh, I just knew this would happen. I always suspected Inhild would find someone more worthy, but what incredible fortune. I only wish that she had introduced me to this man before departing. Nonetheless, I shall have to visit them someday when the roads are safe again. Thank you for protecting my daughter and for bringing me such wonderful news. You have my deepest respect.
Cool. Thank you. And G, will you read the telling him the truth?
Sure.
Awesome.
You explained to Whitman that Rengar feigned his death as part of a scheme to run off with Inhild
Inhild.
because the two were in love. This is intolerable. How dare they? That miserable crofter Rungard puts my dear Inhild's life in danger. He's always seemed to be a rough character, but I never imagined he would take my daughter from me. Thank you for revealing the truth to me. I vow to find my daughter again someday, and we will have all this foolishness sorted out. I owe you much for your honesty.
Okay.
Okay, he's an idiot.
Ninth is dousing to determine the future of these matters. Ancient Elven technique. That's actually a cool emote.
I like it.
Maybe not. Dowsing is not an ancient Elven technique. The lore master disagrees.
Maybe some other elvish group. Certainly not among the Gwathi Mithrain.
We are heading to
Crash.
Kuthred. We're heading to Crash. Did you crash?
Yep.
Okay.
We're heading to coffee.
Yep, we're gonna take a minute for you to uncrash, and when you uncrash, we will be at the Riders 4 and Kuthred. So just come to the Riders 4. We'll do their quest, or we will read their
They're
quest
near
text.
the meat hall, right?
Yeah, they're on their way to the meat hall right across from Kuthred. Kuthred's kind of standing by that tower, so yeah, we'll just wait there.
I wasn't joking about coffee.
Greetings.
Where the heck
friend
is
of
my
the
coffee? I think I
Rotary.
drank it before I took the dog for a walk. And I will take this moment to eat my breakfast as well.
Your aid is welcome, friend. Welcome and well met, my friend.
So, for everybody else who's still here at keyboard, let's talk about your mounted combat traits for a minute. Some of us, this is old hat, and you can ignore me. That might be applicable to those who have not been through mounted combat before. So you're probably getting up into the neighborhood of 40 trait points or more for your steed at this point, if you open your mounted combat panel and look at the traits tab. Is that right? Everybody
I've got
getting
like
up in there?
63.
Damn, son. You must have been doing mad turn-ins.
Greetings,
Yeah, task
friend
turn-ins.
of the Rohirrim.
I've been doing task turn-ins, but not every day. I do them a couple times a week. I'm only at 48. That's a lot, you bet. So, you have 40 or more. So, I talked long ago about you want to absolutely max out agility on every war steed. Probably eventually you want to have all the way across. You probably want to spend points in making 7 out of 7 on all of those top 5 different stats. Armor, armor, endurance, power, strength, agility. I think agility is the highest valued. I think for me, endurance is probably the second valued, and then strength. And I think power and armor are below that. But then, talking about how do I spend my points in the different red, blue, or yellow lines. DPSers probably want to go as fast as they can straight down the red line and get to Wrath, because it makes you much more likely to crit with several, no matter what class you're playing. That Wrath ability at the bottom of the red line on a light steed makes you vastly more likely to crit on several of your high damage mounted powers.
Which is why I was one-shotting stuff.
Exactly. And you'll find that that happens more and more frequently, especially as we get our first stage 85s and our damage starts to scale up and so forth. So going straight down that red line is a pretty smart bet for any DPSers on a light steed. Secondarily, as a DPS class, you probably want to head down the yellow line, because down at the bottom of the yellow line, its capstone is a chance to have, when you're in the Rittermark discipline, the yellow discipline, is a chance to dismount, a very high chance to dismount mounted mobs, and that can make otherwise pretty dangerous raid warband bosses into trivial doofuses. So that's a nice thing to be able to do secondarily, and remember that you can switch those stances while you're on your horse. You can switch between yellow, red, and blue stance to activate different, different components of your mounted build. Like if you really want to be at a disarming focus, you can be in Rittermark or yellow stance, and then if you're doing pure damage, you want to be in red. And probably we won't use blue too much.
Well, you will, right?
I hate blue stance. No, I run him.
Really?
I run Boz almost exclusively in Rittermark. Yeah, he's Rittermark by default.
Yeah, I'm Rittermark by default too, because the debuffs I get from that one, I get the best, because most of my skills on mounted ones are mostly debuffs or traits that affect the party for hitting stuff, and I'm usually in Rittermark too.
Okay, so Kate is coming back to her desk with a cup of coffee, and
Reform
everybody's here. And yes, I'll add Bosol. And Galt's group should be G and Zara and Angalan.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
And we have Bernoth, son of Baldeg, of the Riders 4. Easily lost. We meet again. We have been here for a few days, but have been unable to speak with Reeve Arthurward. He has not refused to see us, as Aldor Harding, but has passed naught but excuses through his doorward. Perhaps you will once again speak on our behalf? An impending invasion by a horde of Kundalar Easterlings is not a matter to be taken lightly. If you could, either convince Arthurward to speak with us directly, or relate our tale to him as best you may. Kuthred. This is Book 8, Chapter 7, Riding the Bounds.
What did you encounter?
You've ridden the Bounds. What did you encounter? My men ride that circuit many times a day, ensuring the safety of the city. Usually, it is quiet. But on occasion... Grats, Ninth. On occasion, orcs or other foes stray within the line and must be fought or driven away.
Rohan to be safe and well guarded. Norcrofts must be as well.
Okay, Chapter 8, A Second Proposal. I was told that Reeve Arthurward wanted to speak with you before you depart Cliving. Thank you again for all your help, and I hope that Reeve rewards you in suitable fashion for the aid you've graciously given. For Rohan to be safe and well guarded, the Norcrofts must be as well. I appreciate your help in that regard, and I know the Reeve will as well. Everybody coming to the meat hall. That warhorse is disobedient, man. Knight's
Yeah, I
gotta give
was
him some
having trouble
demerits.
with those.
Yeah.
If you're having trouble, if you go into Yellow Line, it gives you an agility buff.
If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I have 99 problems, but a steed ain't one.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we've got a bunch of quests to turn into him.
We
Yeah.
do. So we'll start with the red fields. The Norcross will be safer for my riders, and for those evacuated, without the orcs suddenly raining arrows down upon them. You all are well deserving of this reward. Posting warning. We have done our part. Now we must hope that travelers heed the warnings and change course as necessary. Thank you for your aid. You all have proven again to be dependable messengers. Evacuation. Thank you for providing warning to my people. Too many have fallen already, and it shames me greatly. With the crofters safely within the city walls, I shall do all in my power to keep
done
Cliving
well.
safe.
You have done well.
The Reeve of the Norcrofts.
Thank you for your help.
Greetings. Have you found your stay in Cliving a pleasant one, or at least eventful? Yes, I know of the riders, of whom you speak. They are retainers of Lord Aemir. Had I known sooner, I would have greeted them with a warmer welcome. Let a feast be prepared, and let them come to my hall. I will give them a welcome I will not soon forget.
Oh shit.
And Book 8, Chapter 8, A Second Proposal.
I am inspired by your
I'm
companion's
inspired by your
example.
companion's example. I've been speaking with your companions while you aided my captain of the guard easily lost. A man of Rohan, a girl of Dunland, and even an elf. How is it that folk of such different backgrounds can work together? It pains me to see you all leave. Can you not stay and help with the maintenance of Cliving? I could use each of your talents to better the state of my people. Discuss amongst yourselves if you must, but do not decide to leave so quickly. A strong Cliving makes for a strong Rohan, and these are troublesome times. Nona and Horn and Corridon all have something to say about that. Let's talk to Horn first.
Althaward has a quest.
He does have a quest, but we're gonna do the
Oh,
RP first.
oh, I
with these
didn't know
folks.
they were. I didn't know they were right behind us.
Yeah, they're
Just
right.
saw that.
So let's ask Horn, what did you do while we rode? I spoke with the men in the towers and walked the streets of Cliving. It is as cheerless as I remembered it, though now its people have good reason with the threat of the orcs and the Norcross. It has always been a grim place. Perhaps that is Arthurwood's doing. Grief seems to follow him wherever he treads. He has been unlucky, losing wife and children to childbirth and sickness. Perhaps it's reflected in the demeanor of his town. Is Cliving well defended? You seem ready for just about anything. I hope my own home of Aworth is as prepared to defend off attack, but I suspect it is not. Cliving has several natural geographic advantages. Aworth does have one such advantage. It is bordered on the west by the Entwash. Few foes will be able to attack it from that way. Did you speak with Siflad? No, I did not. Nona seemed to be deep in conversation with the girl when my wandering took me near them, but I did not want to intrude. I wonder of what they spoke. I did notice Siflad casting glances in my direction, but I know not why. I see. And then we'll actually do his quest text. And Horn
We need not stay
Horn
here
says,
any longer.
we need
Cliving
not
has
stay here
strong
any
walls.
longer. Cliving has strong walls, and its defensive position is better than the other towns we've seen. Arthurwood has little cause to fear orcs from this fastness. He does not need our help any longer, and we should be off. And Nona spoke to Siflad, so let's talk to her next. What'd you do while I rode? I walked about the city, ignoring the distrustful looks I received. I do not like this city. Horn says that at home is not like this place, and I'm prepared to believe him. A city such as this one could not have produced a man like him. The people of this city are distrustful and small. I am sorry. What do you make of Cliving? I do not like it. I'll be glad when we go.
I like
Will
Nona.
not stay.
Hey, Nona, how do you really feel?
Did you speak with Siflad? I did. If she were not soft and coddled like many of the horsefolk seem to be, she could be one of the Ocluth. She has the temperament for it, if not the weathering given by a hard life. I think she was frightened of me at first, but she had many questions about my people, and I enjoyed talking to her about them. The guard captain did not let her out of his sight while she was in my presence. That put me in mind of a caged bird. I would not have tolerated it, but Siflad did. No one would mistake her for me, that is certain. She was very curious about Horn. I told her his singing voice is not as fair as he thinks it is, and that he is not my equal in combat. I think she was disappointed. Oh? And then, Book 8, Chapter 8.
I think it is time to go.
I think it is time to go. The Urks we follow did not come this close to Cliving, either because it was not on their road, or they were afraid of the town's defenders.
Or there could be another reason.
Yeah.
Her opinion is clear. And what does Corridon have to say? What did you do while we were away? I stood atop one of the towers, gazed out across the plains of Rohan. I saw for a goodly distance, but I could see no sign of the Urks we pursued. No? What do you think of Cliving? I think it is a city of Rohan. No city built by the hands of men can hope to compare to those of the elves, even in this passing age. But it suffices as a place for them to live, if this is what they call living. I see no art. I hear little music. It seems to me that these men of Rohan survive, but they do not live. I have said nothing of this to any of them, of course. It might be considered impolite. Perhaps a... What do you make of
Damn
Athelwald?
straight, Cordan.
He has seen grief in his time, and he has caused more besides. I think he does want to protect his people, and is doing what he can for them. That is his duty. And
This
Book
city has
8,
little
Chapter
to fear
8.
of orcs, if you ask the opinion of an elf.
I have seen more secure homes, but they were in the Malons of Lorien. This city has little fear of orcs, if you ask for the opinion of an elf. Arthurwold should see what he can do to protect the people who live elsewhere in the Norcross, but he can do that without our presence. Okay, so before we advance the epic, let's do the other one. Let's do Wrath of the Reeve.
I need you to do this.
But Othelward should now have a flamey ring and also a non-flamey ring. So we're going to do Wrath of the Reeve, not Book 8, Chapter 8. He says, my father always said that a good leader serves not by sitting on his throne and giving orders. A great leader will lead his people by his example. That is why I must take to the field and face the dangers directly. Your deeds speak of your great prowess easily lost. I would like each of you to accompany me. I'd like to see your abilities firsthand.
I am down for doing this quest because it allows us to be the
Two
gallant.
players.
2 players, okay. I will take a Soph, and I will dismiss Ninth and Bossel.
I'll take Zara.
Sure. And Ungalan, your partner is your Swampy this time, who probably does more
Alright.
DPS than one of us. Come, we will set forth at once. Let us count the number of orcs that fall before the day is past, shall we? And this is on foot, by the way.
I have taken to the battlefield, hoping to inspire and reassure my people. We fight together, and I wish to witness firsthand
I'm waiting,
your
Soph.
ability in
I
combat.
see you're having trouble getting in the instance.
Oh, bother.
You have done well.
There's a lot of stuff to click around his throne. Like 6 NPCs and all of us, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he says, stay with me as I patrol this area. We shall remove these lands. We shall remove from these lands any of the scattered vermin that now infest them. Ready your weapons, friends. If your noteworthy reputations are not groundless, these orcs should prove no match for us. It has been quite some time since I've taken to the battlefield in person. The
Why
enemy
is he on
impedes our
foot?
path. Awe me with a display of your prowess.
He's a Rohirrim. Why is he on foot?
I was just asking my question myself.
That was hardly a challenge. Stay a while and listen.
Hello, my friend.
I wonder whether we will ever truly reclaim the Norcross from our foes.
Was that a
Master.
short detour into Deckard Cain?
It was, yes. Somebody said he sounded like Deckard Cain last week, so, you know.
He sounds more Sean Connery than Deckard Cain.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for sleazy Connery. As opposed to heroic Connery.
Suck it, Trebek.
Right, yes, exactly.
I'll take anal bump cover for 800, please.
You have a rather interesting fighting style. Quite unique. We've come far enough for today. It's best that we return to the city.
We didn't leave the city. I can still see
The
it. It's
city.
right there.
San Francisco.
Yeah, we're still within arrow shot of the city.
Right. We haven't left the city.
None can match me in combat. All who try are fools. On your guard. The foe has sought to surprise us from behind. His movement to the east. More worthless scum, no doubt.
Oh, I hope mine is a glitch, because he hasn't said any of those lines.
You may just be killing stuff more slowly because you're soloing. At a certain point, he should say those lines and turn around and head back to the city.
No, he said, we have come far enough today. It's best we turn to the city. He just hasn't said anything past that.
How foolish of me. I track not on finishing blows. What are you mindful of the count? Yeah, it's us like 30, you 0, dude.
we're about at about 30 times I've saved your bacon.
I'm rather impressed by your potency, little hobby. Let us continue. The threat has waned. Let us pause and speak for a moment. If everyone's not yet at that point where he has stopped on the road and said those things, I will wait
Yeah, we're still
until you give me the all clear. Okay, it sounds like Angalan needs a minute or two as well. Did he start with those other lines, Angalan? And go
Yeah,
head back
he
to the
just
city?
said. He just started saying victory for Cliving, victory for the Norcross.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're done.
I don't know,
Excuse me.
maybe just for whatever reason he didn't say
Thank
those
you for
other
your
lines. And then right
He's a
here he's
cagey old
going with the
bastard.
finishing blows.
Yeah, I think there's one group of mobs after the where he talks about the fishing blows.
Alright, I'm to speak.
Great. And he says you've fought well, but this plague of orcs and uruk seems endless. In a short time, the orcs will have taken hold of the area again, and we'll have to clear them out once more. For now, we must be content with having cleared the road for those seeking refuge. You fight with bravery and heroism. I see now why some consider you all to be such an excellent group of adventurers. Let us return to the city. Come, we will reassemble at the meat hall. I'll reform groups. If you guys want to drop. Alright, and we're gonna have 2 turn-ins. Wrath of the Reeve first.
Thank you for your help.
Well fought, all of you. Yet prowess in battle is far more considerable than I had estimated. I mean no exaggeration when I say this. Your presence may prove to be the deciding factor in the fate of my people. Thank you for aiding me.
I need you to do this.
Daughter like father is the follow-up. I have a personal matter I feel can be entrusted to you all. The second eldest of my daughters, Idis, has aspirations of becoming a shield maiden, following in the reputation of her father as a great warrior. I love Idis dearly, and wish for her to be happy, so I've arranged for her to receive training in preparation for becoming a shield maiden. I've seen your experience and talent when it comes to matters of prowess. Would you be willing to mentor Idis, oversee her training, and ensure that she is happy and free from danger? If you're able to assist her, please speak with her trainer, Edwulf. You will find him at the secluded training grounds, east of Cliving, north of the Vale of Trees along the road. And Book 8, Chapter 8, a second
You cannot
proposal.
blame me for wanting to keep skillful folk at the disposal of my people.
Ah, I understand that you want to be off. You cannot blame me for wanting to keep skillful folk at the disposal of my people. If you have business back at Elthangles, can I ask you to deliver a message for me? You murmur your assent, and Athelward mumbles pleasantly. Good, good. This may surprise you, but I have no male heir to carry on my line. I love my daughters more than my own life, but a son would release me from the worry that my line will end with me. My wife has been dead this past year, and it is time I began thinking of the future. Thane Mildred of Elthingles has had more than her share of grief these past few months. If it is in my power to heal the sorrow I've caused her, I would do so. I desire her hand in marriage. I will respect her decision in this, but please express to her how strong a union between our families and our cities would be. The Norcross could only benefit from such a union. It is, not the first time I've asked for her hand, but it will be the last, no matter her decision.
I just read so state.
You are a rat bastard raving out of brains.
Do I
Don't
have...
talk back to me in my mead hall, little hobbit. Nope, sir.
I must have profanity filter on because it just came through as symbols. Hold on.
Yeah,
I
mine
did
too.
Me too, it's
but
better
it
that
was
way.
Rat Bastard that I wrote.
Yeah, I had it on.
I must have it on too by accident. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually I'm pro profanity.
How do you really feel, Sophie?
Okay, this guy is almost to the sorry man level of dedication in writing his name on an arrow.
Hold on to that arrow for a little while.
Yeah.
He's a dick.
Yeah.
Don't like
Carve
this kid.
slowly, but deliberately, is my only advice. Okay, back to the Riders 4.
Done well.
Jofdag, son of Windag. A moment, easily lost. I must apologize for my abruptness to you in Harwick. I told you of my shame, but I did not speak of my pride. When I first came to Aldburg, I fell in love with Fleda, niece of Gartorn. We were soon married. She bore me 2 daughters, Leoflad and Wynith. They have both grown into beautiful women, and they are my joy. Though Gartorn and the warriors of Aldburg forsook me, Fleda remained faithful. She is why I remain in Irma's service. Alas, though Fleda and Leoflad remain faithful to me, young Wynith is shamed by my dishonor. It is for her that I seek redemption. My pardon for interrupting you, but I thought it important to share this with you.
Thank you.
Will you aid the horse?
And back to Bernoth, son of Baldig. You relate Athelward's words to Bernoth, and he pauses in thought. In truth, I am troubled, easily lost. You have said naught to discourage me, but I find Athelward's response queer in these dark times. Does he truly seek to host a feast for a few ragged riders? Nay, this is troubling indeed. I must consider our best options.
Our success depends upon our strength.
Run
Will you
fast,
aid
run
us?
far, and don't look back. Wary riders. I cannot say why I am discomfited by the Reeve's demeanor, but his apparent lack of regard for the impending invasion by the Kundalaw disturbs me. I think it best that we forego Athelward's gracious invitation. I think it best that my companions and I leave as soon as possible, as the Hobbit suggested. Tonight, preferably, and as secretly as possible. You all carry a burglar among your number. Will you aid us? We are ready to leave
This
when
one's
you are.
solo.
And this is solo only, but it's not hard, so we'll just walk through it together. I'm disbanding fellow. And travel now.
I know not why I am disturbed by Reeve Athelward's hospitality, but I sense that not all will be well for us if we remain. This night, we must leave Cliving like thieves, else danger takes us unaware.
What brings you to these lands?
Leaving Cliving like thieves. So he says, Bernoth, before we get moving on the script, says, Adentra, if you could distract the guard across the way, we might be able to sneak out. Stay with us when we move, however, for we may need your assistance further along. So this is easy. You just literally walk up to the Cliving guard across the road. You inform the guard that you believe you saw riders approaching the city. I will go and look, for it is late, and there should be no riders about. You distracted the guard. And just stand by, and you will see the riders begin to creep along in a few moments. Let us
With the
go.
most asinine stealth moves I've ever seen in my life.
Awesome. Yeah, they are so stealthy. Look at them. They are stealthy as all get out.
Hey, they're playing Skyrim, the Rohirrim edition.
Yeah, you can't see me. I'm crouched. I'm not here.
I thought the idea of crouching was to reduce the sound of your footsteps. Which is going very well in heavy armor like they're wearing.
Clank, clank. It's going well for Boz as well. My big iron-shod dwarf boots.
What brings you
What
to
is
these
it?
lands?
A chicken coop? Aye, we should avoid it. If the hens are disturbed, the noise will alert the guards.
Oh, you guys are just precious.
Another guard. Perhaps you may find a way to distract this one as well. When the guard is distracted, we will continue. There's a pile of rocks by the pillar, the open gate, and you just pick it up, and it'll automatically throw it. The guard is distracted by the rock.
Oh, I see.
Oh damn! I hit
think
the guard.
he'd be more distracted by a volcanic runestone.
Nice shot, G. You credit him. That knocks him out cold, so that's just as good.
Mission
Dude,
accomplished.
that's like Hobbit level stoop for stone skills.
Our mission is dire.
At least he didn't like shing him, you know. I mean, that was actually pretty. You used some discretion on your DPS there.
Oh damn! I cut his head off.
Damn it! No, I didn't mean to. The flat of the blade. The pommel. Hit him with the pommel. And then, so let's see. There's a stray hound ahead, and he says, "Do you see that stray hound ahead? Perhaps you can distract it with this handy jerky that I just happen to have in my pocket."
Right.
Well, I
And
mean,
what-
they are travelers, so it's not, you know, not that
No.
much.
That's a happy-looking hound. It's a cheerful hound.
Yes.
Yes,
Whenever
it
I
is a
give my
brindle
dog
hound.
treats, it walks away.
Of course it
Yeah,
does. That's
right.
exactly what. So what we're actually doing is flinging the treat right into the distance, and the dog is watching away. Yeah, right, because it wanders away. That doesn't make any sense. The hound sniffs warily at the meat, then takes it and wanders. No, it stands right there and looks at you for more. I'm a good doggy. Give me more meat. That's the
Well,
long-lost Rohirric relative of Grip and Fang. What?
if you give a
Sorry.
dog a bone, then they'll usually take the bone somewhere quiet and gnaw on it. So
Yes.
if this jerky is, quite tough, maybe
It's a sizable chunk of food.
like a pig's ear or something.
We'll go with that. There are 2 more guards ahead. One more distraction and we will make the stables. And you just brazenly walk right up to them. Hey guys! You say orcs are attacking? To the gate! We must defend Cliving! But there's no evidence of
Bye.
orcs. Because this one guy dressed funny said it. We're gonna leave our post. No wonder Cliving is in such a shambles.
Well,
After
we've
this
seen evidence.
ends. Oh, sorry, hang on just a sec. We're gonna have to. Well, the doggy's gonna need to go potty, so we're just gonna take our break early at the end of this instance. Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, we've already seen evidence that Raving Addlebrains it puts the wrong people in the wrong post. He's not very good at putting competent people in.
This was the stealthiest escape of all.
Well, that's because they were all crouching.
Look, we get the names of each of their horses.
If there was a mod that allowed you to change the name of NPCs, that would be awesome, because I could make him Raving Addlebrain, Rat Bastard.
That's awesome.
And
I would
just
love
in
to see
general
that.
for all the names of all the people that Sopha's named.
Yes. We need a database.
That would be
Now I feel sad
very funny.
that I haven't been building that like since level 50.
Yeah.
So they made it to the stable, and we see the names of the horses: Flighting, Geseth, Brynmod, and Hafok. So,
What brings you to these
if you
lands?
remember that a month from now, you will be a better man or woman than me.
I'm lucky if I can remember my name a month from now.
We will continue here from here alone. By the time word comes to Arthur Ward of our departure, we will be well away from here. Thank you for your aid, my friends. Tomorrow you should return to Reeve Arthurward and let him know that we're grateful for his invitation, but must graciously decline. They took your advice, Soph.
Yep.
GTFO.
Yeah, it's.
They took the
Hey,
second
Angalan.
option.
Join my group.
Yeah. Right. Join Jolts, because I didn't look to see who the invitation was for.
So are we gonna walk the pup now or later?
Alright, go ahead. Invite me now.
And Galt, will you invite Ninth? Just switch up our DPSers. Mix and match your groups a little. Thanks. Alright, so... Yeah, it's 10:48. So why don't we be back at 11 to continue? We'll take about a 12-minute break. Because Pup needs a potty break. And now's the time. See y'all at 11.
Puppy break.
Yep.
I hope we will find aid in time.
Alright, back at 11.
Welcome and well met, my friend. Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
Alright, we're back in a bit.
travel swiftly, but we will aid you as best we may.
Hello, hello.
These lands are not to be traveled lightly.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back, welcome back. Alright then.
It is wise for wanderers to equip themselves well.
Back.
Angalan is at the legendary Bosel is in the Mead Hall, which is where the rest of us should be. Head into the Mead Hall when you get back.
I'm actually getting ready to head out, and I will not be here next week. I'll be
Alrighty.
here the 21st, though, and then I won't be back until May.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Alright.
We have, we have a couple people who are kind of going to be in and out during the next little while, and Zarlinda is among them. I myself will be out the 28th of April, so that's no worries, Fathy. At this point, you're well behind us in progression, so you're really self-paced, self-starting as far as getting caught up to us. You know, we'll be really delighted when you do that, but it's just play as you will. And anytime you can show up when there's people in channel and on this, our main playtime Saturdays especially, you're very welcome. So I'd love to see you get caught up with us in the next couple months as we head toward the 85 cap. There'll be a good while for you to catch up while we work in Wildermore and so forth, because we'll be 85 for a good while before going on to Helm's Deep, so if that helps.
And we're gonna do the Airborne cluster, you said, right?
Yep, we'll be doing the Arabor cluster for our 85 instances, and we'll also continue to run our favorite scaling instances from time to time, just for good fun. Because they drop good gear sometimes. With the Fornos cluster, which I think we all enjoy, and Barrows and so forth. So yeah, there's lots of stuff to do. But the new ones will be Erebor, and there's like 4 of them, and I've never done any of them. And maybe we'll find some 85 friends to raid tier 1 with, because there was 1 or 2 raids involved, right there?
Yep.
Is it 1?
I was gonna ask you about that.
Yeah, I've never done them on any tune, and I will look forward to trying them. And things with the puppy are starting to settle down, so I may be able to be good to my word and update the kin site and do some recruiting and do the beacon and so forth, and see if we can get some interest in the 85 cap, because there's still a lot of game ahead of us now, since they're continuing to build and develop and keep the server hamsters running on their wheels. Right. So if you have the AFK tag, dear.
Dawn will be a few more minutes.
No problem.
Okie dokie.
There's 8.
We are patient.
There's 8 instances. 3 of them are 2-man, or sorry, 3 of them are 3-mans.
Let's see. I'm gonna look at the instance.
And there's 3 raids actually. But there's only one 6-man, which is kind of unfortunate.
Well, that is too bad.
I mean, Flight to the Lonely Mountain, I think you could do with a smaller group. Maybe even the Battle for Erebor, but Fires of Smog you really need a full one, because there's coordination involved that you need just numbers for. I don't know, maybe you can do it.
That's good.
We always are at a handicap, because I think if anything's true in this game, it's that raid design expects a captain in each group. So it's all,
And
it's
Captain
kind of,
appears to be our drummer.
Yeah, but
yeah, it totally not appears to be, totally is.
I've
but-
done flight with like 6 people in my last kinship, so
Okay, yeah.
that's not an issue.
I see.
I just
Alrighty.
haven't done Battle for Erebor. And I know Smog we never did with less than 10.
I've seen a gameplay video of it. Yeah, there's a lot of clickies and stuff. That there just
Yeah.
needs to be X number of people involved in the fighting, while there's X number of people doing clickies and that kind of thing. Yeah.
And there's
I don't remember it
DPS
very well, but-
management, right? Like you can't kill it too fast. Or you need to kill it at a specific time, right? So,
Or they'll phase too early,
yeah,
right?
something like that. But the 3-mans are all really fun too, so and they're easy, so doing 2 groups of 3 would be fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, so there's lots to look forward to, Fathy. And just, you know, whatever time you can dedicate to getting yourself up to level, you can go on with, now that you're 70, you can go on with the Epic in Dunland and probably gain a few more levels that way. It won't be grayed out to you. Or you could go straight to the Great River. And there's tons of XP there heading into Rohan that way. So that's probably, Great River is probably your express leveling direction if you don't want to stop and do each mini zone of Dunland.
Okay.
But you will need to do the zone in full, if you will. I mean, you don't need to do every single Slayer deed or whatever if you don't want to. But do all the quests. Follow the landscape quests. Do them all. Get the XP, and because at this point you're looking for levels, if you want to get into Rohan and catch up with us. Because we're slowing our advancement due to Zara's semi-absence. She's going to be kind of not here on Saturdays, catching up on off days. So we'll be running some combination of instances and new content every week that we're here for. So that's a very long-winded answer, but it's nice to hear your voice. And we are going on. Well, I was trying to kill time. Is Zara back yet? By chance?
Sorry, yes I am.
Welcome back.
Give me
Glad you were with us. Yes, sir.
another 2 minutes. I had a
You got
whole
it.
ton to reforge.
Understood. No problem. And Dawn, tell me again, your journey to and staying in North Carolina begins when?
Oh, I forgot to send you an email about it. I leave on the 11th, so Wednesday, and I will return May 16th.
Okay, good. So about just over a month. And you will, I remember we talked about you will have the means to play some during the off hours.
Yes. I
with
just think
Rich
it's going to
to-
be tough Saturdays.
Yeah, understood. So we will miss you very much, but I know you'll be here in spirit, and I appreciate your willingness to have homework while you're visiting out there and keep up with us. That means a lot to me, so thank you.
No problem.
And as soon as G is back, we will go on with Wary Riders, and then I think we're leaving this Taka stand.
I think
tacos.
Sophie and I got impatient and already turned it in.
That's okay.
I don't actually pay attention to the words they put on the screen in front of me. I wait for the story to know what's going on, so it's just kind of his habit now. It's probably a habit I should get up.
And Galt's group should be in the Mead Hall when you guys are ready.
I'm almost there.
Sure.
I had a lot to do.
All the reforgets.
Basically, I had like 6 items to completely
Oh wow.
break down.
Four, boink, right off his head.
I
Welcome
believe we're
back,
assembled.
y'all. Awesome. We weren't doing anything. There was nothing going on. Nothing at all. That we were given demerits for, that we richly deserved. The Reeve looks troubled for a moment, then smiles. Ah, I understand.
Well,
They are on a mission of great import and must not delay. We will, of course, prepare as we may here. Thank you for delivering Captain Bernal's message. And that, my friends, is that. We are off to do Daughter Like Father. And a second
If she
proposal.
is, we should shoot her.
I'm going to keep an open mind about Edis.
Did we do the... Never mind.
Do we do the...
What?
The never mind.
Never mind.
Did you answer your own question?
Would appear so.
Yes, I employed that age-old skill of reading.
Awesome.
Hang on, pause.
Yes, waiting.
You mark yourself and go while you're in it.
I will, and an assist window too.
Is Withmon's house on the way out?
Whitman's house. Do you need to turn in with Whitman? Yes.
Yes. I'm a doofus.
Yeah, the Whitman's house is right here.
She needs a Whitman sampler.
Whitman
Wow.
sampler pack.
Do you want to?
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about the toasted coconut balls that live in that box. Thank you.
Do you want some Cool Whip with that?
All right.
Whip.
Whip.
Wheaton. Yeah, his name is actually Whitman,
Oh,
but
boy.
because of the local dialect. Whitman.
Which one?
Whoa.
Alright, so if you're good to go,
I am.
okay, I'm at a trot, and we are heading out of Cliving. Via that south fountain gate entrance exit kind of thing.
Yeah,
Hey, you
this
didn't go in the
place is-
drink? That was good, so.
This place is pretty defended.
It feels pretty
really-
secure, doesn't it? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to gather just down into the left of the exit, and then I'm going to switch to a gallop.
Can you mark Galt?
And since we're riding... Sir? Sorry, did
Mark
not
Galt.
copy. Mark Galt, yes. Correct. And thank you. Alright, so we're going to do a gallop with... Does everyone have dash? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say dash?
I think so. This is a spur on is what it says.
No.
No, spur on and dash are not the same thing. So I don't think
Similar
you have
icon.
dash yet. I'm looking... They are similar icons. I'm looking at your Warsteed panel over your shoulder. I don't think you have dash yet, so it's okay. You're not rainbow dashing. We won't do
Okay.
that yet.
Sorry. I don't know what to do to make it work. If you at some point want to look at my horse skills, I'm totally willing to take advice.
He's fine.
Oh,
Okay, here we are at
we finished
Edwulf.
the deed.
We did. We finished the defenses of Eastern Rohan and gained the Fort Finder title. And here is Edwulf, The training grounds of the Erlingers are no place for a young woman such as Edith. When she becomes injured, or possibly worse, it will be my head that Reeve Atherward will be after. If you're here to keep us safe, then I welcome your aid, but please refrain from encouraging her foolish ambitions of becoming a shield maiden. If the Norcrofts is to be saved, it would not be by foolhardy women.
Wow, you're a dick.
Storm of Isengard
That's
grows
funny. That's funny. They made a reference there.
The irony.
Yeah.
A worthy trainer. Edith is quick to learn fighting techniques, but she lacks size and strength. Training is one matter, but she has absurd ideas of charging alongside the men onto a real battlefield. Since you seem to be quite eager to help her, I'm going to relinquish her training duties to you all. Atherward can speak to you lot when she gets herself killed. It'll be none of my concern. Could speak with her at the mill to the north, above the ridge. Mill to the north, above the ridge. We are riding northwest at a gallop. Gonna double back hairpin up the ridge. And then a slight left. Follow the path to the vacant mill.
Playing the Rohan Drift.
A worthy trainer. I have great respect for Edwulf's prowess in combat, but as a mentor he leaves much to be desired. You've been sent to take his place. You would not have been chosen were you without skill, but you have yet to prove yourself worthy of my favor. I shall have you know that I intend to become a shield maiden of great renown, that I take my training quite seriously. Allow me to see how quickly you all can dispatch of orcs. Impress me, and I will eagerly follow your guidance. Defeat 5 before 10 minutes have expired. I heard some scoffing.
It's gonna be rough. I don't know, man.
Okay, so we're basically just gonna ride due south until we hit the crofts and kill a few orcs there and then ride back.
One orky dorky.
To who?
So it's a 1 minute timer, guys. 4 seconds. 3, 2. It said 1 minute, not 10 minutes. 1. Oh, okay. Crap. Well, we only got 3 of them. Okay. We failed.
I'm lost. I got... Wow, how did that happen?
Let's see. Sophie, stand still. Yep. And we're coming to you. There we are. Things got spinning around.
That group still needs
Yeah.
one. We got him.
Okay, so we beat a 2 minute timer. We were just short of the 1 minute timer. It's an extra
We
hidden
ran out of
achievement for that.
orcs.
Yeah, I know we did. Alrighty. That was rather
Honorable
impressive.
victory.
Even that braggart Edwulf would be pressed to achieve such a hasty feat, and in only 2 minutes. Very well, I shall heed your counsel. Having skill and strength will not be enough. I must learn to fight with courage and honor, if I'm to live up to my father's reputation.
Every struggle is
No,
a step
actually,
towards grace.
the honor to live up to.
It was just like literally just turning the camera.
someone just level? Grats?
Yeah, it was me.
Grats,
Congratulations.
Ungolin.
Guts.
You're just achieving all over the place.
Why was that funny?
It just was.
Yeah, that definitely felt like the memory leak crash there. I'll turn Frill down even more. See if that
Bozo's
helps.
now the leader.
Ultimate power.
Could be worse.
There is still much
loading.
to learn.
It could be you.
That's what I just said.
He
Oh.
lost his thrill on Blueberry Hill.
Oh, congrats on 70, Fathy. I just noticed that.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
That was weeks ago. We helped
I
screw
thought
It
her
was
to
because I
50,
haven't
to 50.
been on really.
Hey,
Every
life
struggle
happens.
is a step towards greatness.
And I am back, and this is the Shield Maiden's training. Striking training dummies and sparring with squires. It's a fine task for a novice, but it's not enough. If I'm ever to truly progress toward becoming a Shield Maiden, I must see real battle. I have just such a task in mind. It's nothing too excessive, mind you, simply a hunt of the local bears. With you at my side, what danger could such beasts pose? Very little. And it was just going to be another duo. Yep. Max 2.
Oh, I just lost 9th.
Well, I left so you guys could do the duo.
Oh.
Boso and Sophie.
Sure.
I'll take on Gollum. You guys form up a duo. Ready for more training. Shall I begin the hunt? And 9th going solo.
The desire to train against more unpredictable foes has drawn Edis's attention to the bears roaming just beyond the training grounds.
She says the wild bears are oft seen among the trees nearby. We must look only for the largest, most ferocious bears. They must offer a challenge if I'm to improve my abilities. Let us begin the hunt. I'm eager to learn through observing your skills.
Oh, she's on foot.
Well,
Is that Honey Paw in
observing
the
your
distance?
She's on foot. I get to be.
Yes, we're killing Honeypaw.
observing your skills, Boz, I don't think she could learn much from me.
She's more of a tank than a lore master, isn't she?
That's what.
Hope she didn't blink.
Impressive. I could learn much by observing your tactics.
Arrow to the
Yeah,
eye.
first step 1, get mounts.
Dagger to the tail.
Honeypaw, no!
Who's Honey Paw?
By Bjorning.
Nick's Bjorning. He hates playing the class.
I hate the class so much. I have
Bjorning
genuine
is
hate
my
for it.
second favorite class.
I'm glad you enjoy it, and I hope they actually fix it with the balance pass that's coming this year. It'd be really nice if they fixed the bugged combat res and some of the other group stuff, because that would give me a reason to play it too. I hate it as a DPSer. I'd much rather play it as a healer in Yellow Line. But Yellow Line is pretty bugged right now.
Yeah, I think I played in Yellow Line.
We have successfully hunted bears with Edis.
Another lesson
Hold for a
learned.
moment. From the south, sounds of hooves approaches. Something approaches. What do you seek? What seeks us here among the trees? Be ready to stand your ground. Uruk-hai scouts, search this way. Hold your ground. We've been discovered. Now these are mounted, so if you want to mount on your war steeds and do this as mounted, you can. But Sophie, you can also be a stationary turret and shoot the heck out of these guys.
I have to be mounted, otherwise I'm just gonna stand there.
Another band of Urukai. Be on guard.
I'm trying to stay with Edith
Yeah,
so
just-
that she doesn't get too hurt.
Just follow her.
Yeah. Alright, they're just moving too fast for me to be able to hit them.
Fortunately, they're running away, so it should strike them from behind.
Yeah, their AI is designed to run in a big, basically a huge, long, narrow loop, so that they're trying to build up their fury and get a big attack off on you. But in practice, it means that they run away from you and then kind of turn slowly and try to come back. If that makes sense. But that's what the AI thinks it's doing there, I think.
Her toot is pissing me off.
Anyone not done with this? Everyone done with this? Edith standing still with a ring over her head. Yes.
We're done.
Yes.
I haven't quite got into the ring yet.
Holding for you, sir.
Alright, I'm good.
Come now, we must not risk being seen here again. Let us head back to the mill.
Oh! I have something different.
Yeah, us too. Or me too.
Oh, what does it say?
It says it was far
That
too
was
close.
far too close. Go ahead.
Hurry, let us return before others appear and overwhelm us or follow our path of camp. It's weird.
Huh.
Then you get what he
Oh, then you, yeah, and then come now.
read.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I hadn't turned in that one.
I skipped a bit of text. Oopsies.
Yeah.
Demerit.
Demerits for me. Yeah.
Demerits for Sean
You can have
Connery.
mine from earlier.
Demerit. I give all demerits to lesser folk.
Another lesson
Where do you
learned.
think I learned it from?
Yeah, demerits can have a secret slash for all I care.
Dude, nobody else is gonna understand that reference unless they
It's
played
okay.
Darkest Dungeon.
That's okay. It's still a good
I have
But I have.
It was still
Oh, okay
funny all
then.
by itself.
Okay.
Just because the term C-word slash is funny when you say it in Sean Connery voice, which is how that all started
That
in the
is.
first place. Okay, the Shield Maiden's training. That was not quite what I had in mind, but it's difficult to ignore that it was invaluable first-hand training. How fortunate that I had you all at my side when things grew perilous, however. Thank you, Easily Lost.
Every struggle is a step towards greatness.
Desire above strength is the follow-up. I must admit that your mentoring has been invaluable. I have learned much simply from observing you all and fighting alongside you. I know that my determination oft causes trouble for myself and for others, and I appreciate your willingness to stand by me despite this. The other squires never treated me as an equal, so it's good to have someone to speak with. If you're not opposed, I have other thoughts which I would like to discuss with you. And this is again a duo, so if you're ready, I wish to discuss my thoughts on the state of things.
Edith has quickly grown to trust you as a mentor. She wishes to discuss with you her aspirations and her fears.
I'm eager to
An
learn more from
honorable
you.
victory.
I know it will not come easily, but I will become a shield maiden no matter the cost. I am fortunate to have met someone with the same determination and will to do good that I see in myself and in my father. A strong
Glad
will
you see it in your father.
and determination are traits passed down from my father. Father loves all of his daughters dearly, and he has supported my dreams of becoming a shield maiden. Yet his greatest desire is to sire a son, an heir to groom, to take his seat when he should pass. When mother passed away, father was devastated, but he never abandoned his desire for a son. His strong determination will not allow him to fail. He will pursue a new wife with dignity and purpose. I'm confident that he will succeed in the end, and he will have his son at any cost. With enough training, I hope to be able to rally and inspire others in the way that my father can. Oh, can you hear something?
An honorable victory.
I hear the faint roar of fighting coming from the training grounds. We had better investigate with haste. So mount up and ride down the path following Iris. Hurry, we must be prepared. The sound of combat can be heard to the south. She's like, hurry, and she's on foot without a war steed.
Maybe
She's
her
not really a
father hasn't given her
Rohirrim, is she?
Edwulf's body. Edwulf, no! This is horrible. Edwulf has been wounded. It is not a fatal blow, but he will need someone to protect him.
An honorable victory.
This must be the work of the Uruks. No doubt they're assailing the training grounds. Go and assail the Uruk intruders while I stay and watch over him. The grunts of Uruks can be heard coming from the training grounds, which are roughly to the east. Almost exactly to the east. And you cannot do mounted maneuvers there for whatever the heck reason.
Because it's a Rohirrim training camp and you can't be mounted.
Because that makes sense. Of course it does.
You're a beast, Lucier.
He is, isn't he?
Okay, you two get a room. Sorry.
Yeah.
We have a room. Actually, 5 or 6 of them.
All the rooms.
All the rooms,
And
man.
once the Uruks die to the Shing, turn to Idis. And at time they return, a large Uruk approaches. But he's gonna die to the Shing too.
I made the mistake of trying to mount up again. Didn't work.
The Urukai have been routed. Nidus has things to say. Ninth, are you with us? Or need a little longer to kill the guys?
I just finished the 9.
Awesome. So run back and there's 3 more to kill. But you guys can see the DPS of the Runekeeper, right? He's not that far behind us.
No.
Well, I was
When
so
you're dropping
mad that I couldn't
volcanoes
do
on
mountain comment,
mobs.
that my wrath was smoldering.
And these Uruks don't have a reflect, so it was all good on that.
Yeah, nothing can kill me but myself.
Pretty much, yes. I found that was the same thing on when I skirmished with my RK. Let me know when she's got a ring over her head.
Oh, I'm good.
We've defeated the invaders. It is most fortunate that we were nearby. Edwulf's wounds are not fatal, and the damage to the camp will be quickly repaired. These men owe us their lives easily lost. We arrived just in time. We must allow time for the men to recover and restore the camp. Once again, I'm honored to be your student.
Another lesson learned.
Desire above strength, I'm speechless. We were able to repel the invaders and save the others. The men have begun to recognize my talents and treat me on equal footing. I can ask for no more. Never have I been so sure that becoming a shield maiden is what I am meant for. I've earned great confidence in my abilities, thanks to you.
There is still much to learn.
Summons unanswered. Thank you for all that you've done, Easily Lost. I could not have come this far without you. But I must now prove my skills through my own deeds, return to my father, and inform him that I am thankful for his encouragement and his aid. When next we speak, I hope to be a true sentinel of the Norcross. Okay, and before we ride to the Reeve, we're gonna ride to Elthangles. So I'm gonna... Elthangles.
Yes, Elthangles.
So I'm gonna gallop, and because not everybody has dash yet, I'm not going to do dash.
Group.
How do I find Dash?
Just
Yep,
dash will
sorry.
do you.
We should be good. You found a bar.
She killed her bar when she was only 3.
Feet tall.
Sophie Hobbit. Archer of the Wild Rohan, maybe? I don't know.
Rohan's not
Yeah,
that
we'll go with
wild,
that for
actually.
now.
Wow, you got far away, Soph. Where'd you go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you stop still? Oh, you're with us. You found us.
Yeah,
You were
so who
lost?
was lost, Boz? Who was lost?
It was me. It was me the
Must have
whole
been.
time. Let's hoglob the troll again. We don't need to kill him. We're gonna skip
But
him.
okay.
Do you want to kill him just for funsies?
Well,
We don't- There
it's
he
a
is.
troll, Boz.
Huzzah, high menu and stuff.
Carrot pies to you too, Boz.
And the wild stallions have come in for an assist, and they're trampling the troll. Yes! Nicely done. That was classy. Alright, I'm going to give everybody a second to form up on me. There we go. That is probably also part of our best practices as a warband group when we're doing mounted, is after a big kill like that, you know, anytime we kill a raid warband or a big guy like that, we'll take a second to form up.
Why can't I
That
kill that
helps.
damn wolf?
Because it's an NPC and not a mob.
Yep, that's why.
Oh,
Okay, we'll dismount.
Elthangles.
Feeling the path being found here.
Because I got lost.
Easily, as it were.
Hmm.
Let's see.
If you had an
Fancy that.
overhead map of the path that Sophie walks in comparison to the rest of the kin, it would look like a big swirly zigzag, like some of that ribbon candy.
She walks 5 miles for every one we walk.
Yeah, but that's not good. Hey, Thane Mildriff.
And she's really
Craving
trackable because she
Adelgrains
leaves a
wants to
track
marry
of
you.
orc blood.
I'd say you say no.
God, I love the Catabrans Apprentice title. Just
Pretty
saying.
sure that's my permanent title now.
What is it?
Catabrans Apprentice.
Gaston from last week.
Ah, yes.
So this is Book 8, Chapter 8, a second proposal. Thane Mildred listens to your message from Reed Athelward with growing horror and disgust. He cannot be serious. That scoundrel, that braggart. His inaction doomed my husband Pendrad to death by the orcs, and he personally gave my son the wound that killed him. He has the gall to ask for my hand not once, but twice, and to use friends to do it. Mildred brings herself under control and continues in a quiet, deadly voice. I sent you to learn if my daughter Siflad was being treated well by the murderer of her father and brother. Is she?
Thank you for easing the worry in a mother's heart.
Book 8, Chapter 9, South Across the Plains. If Siflad says she's being treated well, I'll keep my complaints to myself. Thank you for easing the worry in a mother's heart. My daughter is strong-willed, and I trust that she will have the sense to send word if her situation changes to ill. Turning now to the well-being of my people, I find clarity. We must not rely on the Reeve to protect us. I do not trust him, but more so, I feel in my heart he will see first to the defense of Cliving, and not leave his walls to protect the rest of us. The other towns of the Norcross do not have Cliving's natural defenses. You have been a good help to me, but I know you all are eager to progress westward in pursuit of the Uruks you seek. Go southwest by Foldham. Go southwest to Foldham, by way of the river crossing, to scout and see if the crossing is held by foes. Also, I ask that you collect emblems from any orcs you find in the Norcross. Show those emblems to Elfhelm, the Thane of Foldham, as proof that we must stand on our own and not rely on Athelward. Oh wait, Elfhelm has gone to the fords of Eisen. His son Elfmar must have rule of Foldham in his absence. Show him the emblems.
Yeah, we know what happened to Elfhelm.
Hey, Fath, take it easy. Anytime you gotta leave.
Alright, I've got AFK for just a minute or two.
Sure.
I like Mildred.
But
She's
isn't she
sensitive.
concerned that he's gonna
welcome,
turn to
friend.
her daughter if she refuses him?
She just said, you know, the girl's strong-willed and she hopes she has the sense to send word if she needs help.
Alright.
If she's not, the girl herself said she was happy there. You know.
What does she know? She's a girl.
I know.
What's up with that?
I think if I were in Mildred's shoes, quite frankly, you can only do so much at one time. And she's got an entire city of people depending on her.
Hey, Ninth Pawn, are you proud of me? I'm finally a busy bee. After all these years.
He's... Oh,
Oh, I
yeah, hey,
just
honey.
got back. I just got back, but yes, very proud.
Yay! I gotta earn off some demerits here. What's after Busy Bee? Is Hotshot?
Hotshot.
Am I finally working on Hotshot?
Or is it Eager Beaver?
Alright.
Forget the order. It's Beavers
I
first,
think
right?
I was already... Yeah, I think I was already Eager Beaver. That's actually the first bee cloak that I've gotten on any character. I'm not a very good daily turner-inner. I don't know why, but it never occurs to me to turn in dailies when I'm on my way up the level ladder down back in Eriador.
Yeah. I never do it either. Never. Because you're using the tortoise stone so you don't out-level everything as it is.
Yeah.
It's mainly for rep. Makes a
Alright,
difference.
where did you guys go?
We are at the south exit of Elthingles, down past the Forge It and the Sell It, one level below that.
I'm on my way.
And Sophie, you got us?
I'll be right there.
Anyone need a
No, thank you.
No, I think we're good.
I actually could use some.
Yeah?
It's probably the only one I don't have.
Alright, just everybody relax though, don't go crazy.
I've been destroying all my hunter ones.
Just got one.
Okay. If you don't hit her with at least 50 allies in the next 20 minutes, I'm going to be
kidding.
really disappointed, guys.
Alright, bring me to somewhere with a vault.
Alright, they won't all fit in one mail, but I think if I send her 4, that'll be...
See,
Yeah,
this is why I wouldn't say anything, people.
Okay, Dawn, if you ever need any, just shoot me an in-game message, because I usually have some sitting in my vault.
You put other classes' allies into storage?
She's the same class.
I'm a hunter.
She's a hunter too.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So no, I actually don't do that.
Because that would be crazy.
Alright, that question deserved demerits right there.
Yeah, I am
Big
not
time.
smart. I am not smart.
He'll own those demerits. So we need orc emblems, and here comes Skutog. We're gonna squish Skutog. I hope both
I'm
charms
catching up, just give me a minute. I had to dismount to demerit.
Don't kill him too quick then. Skutog, ally of Bosel. I love seeing that under him. That's the best. I love that
With
the
the ring
text
over his
actually changes. Yeah, the text actually changes on the mob. It's freaking awesome.
Okay. He's no longer my friend.
Okay, mess him up. And Ninth is here, so we can kill him. Revenge for kind.
It's Scooch.
What happened to the kind?
Yeah, Skutog killed Peladoc real quick.
Yeah, straight up. He murdered kind as well. I got him after like 5 tries, but he got me a
Oh
bunch
crap,
of
I
times.
didn't accept the quest on that one.
Oops.
Auto accept.
You know, there's a way to have it auto
It's
accept.
auto.
Yep.
You
Do
can turn
know
it
how to
off
set
though.
that? Yeah, you can turn it off. I have it turned off, for example, so I can read those quests text sometimes before they pop, but I'm pretty quick on for when it's time to get them. All right. We are going to summons unanswered. Seriously?
Didn't you want to collect orc emblems?
I do.
Because
And
we got
we're
4 or
also gonna
6.
we're gonna go back to Reeve Athelward one more time to Reeve Athelward. I can talk.
Raving Addlebrains, Nick.
Raving
Kaz.
Addlebrains. That's
Your
his name.
pronunciation of Rohanish is not very
Comma.
I'll say it in Hobbit from now on.
Rat bastard.
Comma, rat
exactly.
bastard. You dare call me a rat bastard in my own mead hall.
To his
half
face,
fight.
even.
Unless he has
Well, I
profanity
don't see
filter
the
on.
point in talking about people behind their backs.
And I saw a quest ring here. Is this just a repeatable? Even if it is,
Yeah.
Let's grab it.
you know, everybody needs rep here. Hunting the warbands. Heck yes. Defeat a warband of the Norcrops. We can do that. So let's everybody
can
take
do
that.
that.
Rohirrim will need your aid.
And oh, we have another one here. I think we have already done it, so we get credit.
Our mission is dire.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
that's neat. You've managed to defeat a warband leader, a most impressive task, for they have often managed to outmaneuver even the most seasoned of riders. Did this count for your group as well, Galt?
Yeah, I
Good.
got it. I don't know about the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I was just impressed that in New Year you did a warband this day.
Knew we had killed one. Yeah. Alright, off we go.
Well, it probably just looks to see if any warband quests are on cooldown.
Oh, well, yeah. That makes sense.
I am riding north to Cliving at a gallop. I just one-shotted somebody.
I saw that. Nice crit.
That's a new thing for me. It's so weird because I have like no AoE ability, but I hit like a truck single target now. Like with it's weird. I don't know what to think.
AoE doesn't really work very well with mounted.
My captain disagrees, but that's a captain on a light steed, which is kind of mounted god mode. So, but yeah, there's not too many classes even have much AoE. Captain in Rimmark has almost too much.
The Minstrel does, but it's more annoying than anything because the range on it is so big that you just end up pulling everything in sight.
Okay, we are back, and we are going to the meat hall. At a trot.
Go into the
Or not.
mead hall.
Well, I've had Lost in Love in my head all morning now.
Because we started with that quest
Yeah.
in our tracker, the Rongark.
See,
Who-
I had
who
a
was
filth
that?
of... That was Air Supply.
Oh, okay. Good,
That's-
good
I've had a
Out
filth of
of
smoking
love.
in
Yeah.
the boys' room, smoking in the mead hall, going in my head all day.
It's not Lost
And I
in
keep
Love?
hearing Earth Angel every time Boz says Elf Angle.
No, Sopha's right. Air Supply also had a song called Lost in Love.
Yeah. I'll sing it for you.
How
if
does
you'd
that
like.
go?
You should.
Lost in love and I don't know why.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, nicely done.
I only knew All Out of Love. So they're Lost in Love and Out
Yep,
of
that's a
Love.
different
too.
one.
I'm all alone.
My
So lost
sister-
So
without
lost
you.
without you.
Yeah.
My sister actually went through 2 LPs of the Air Supply album when I was younger. There isn't a song on it I don't know. We shared a bedroom.
Good cheesy
That's your
80s
daily
music. I
dose
love
of
it.
air supply. Yes,
Yep.
in Lojo. How do you
I
hope
think they
it's
played-
actually singing?
A few months ago, they played at the casino down the street here, and
Oh, that's
they have the
funny.
picture of what they looked like in the 80s, and I'm sure these guys are like
boy.
on their walkers and stuff,
Damn. That's cold, but probably true. You're singing air supply in my mead hall. I cannot believe it, but I am grateful to hear my daughter is enjoying her training. Seems you have a rather unique way of helping others, no matter the task. Your timing is uncanny. I have another mission for you. I need a message delivered to Thane Elfmar, son of Elfhelm, at the town of Foldham to the south. I have given orders for all capable riders to report to Cliving for duty, yet few men have arrived from Elfmar's lands. Elfmar may stay if he so desires, but his riders have orders to seek me with all haste.
No. Don't think I'm gonna remember that message. I have such a shoddy memory.
I'll admit not to being the greatest raid leader in the world, but that to me seems like maybe poor deployment of resources. Everybody in Cliving, yeah.
I crashed, so it was no help. None of the things I did.
Actually, I disagree because, I mean, we're into our 3rd hour of play, aren't we?
Frequency seems down anyway.
Yeah, we're nearly into our 3rd hour of play, and that's the first time, so, I mean...
Better than nothing.
less is good. Does it feel like less to you though? I mean, I don't know. Your rig
Yeah.
is awesome. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think there's anything we can do to avoid crashing altogether because of the amount of content put on a 32-bit. I think we're doing well to just reduce.
That is the consensus of the community that I have found. But I will say that lowering the frill quality and distance does seem to decrease the number of crashes for me anyway. And if I get through another hour without another one, fingers crossed, that'd be just one for me today, and I'd been crashing about twice per session. The amount of times that we load in and out of places that have a lot of textures, I think has a lot to do with it, of when a system becomes overloaded, but I don't know.
Which plane?
Welcome back. Horse with no name?
No.
I don't know then. I can't name that tune.
No, me either. It sounds like too
Oh,
many.
wait.
It's Alice Cooper, isn't it?
Are you talking in Fellowship? Because
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's playing a song. They're trying to guess it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, school's out for the summer. There we go. Yeah, you're right. Alice Cooper.
Yeah, it took you
That's
long
it.
enough.
Yeah, Bustle had it. Okay, so we are definitely and unquestionably headed for Faldham now. Every quest we have in East Rohan is sending us there, which is two quests. And we're gonna go right by Skutog again, so if you'll have a chance, 9th, to accept the quest, you can get daily credit for him this time. Alright, I'm
we
going
have
to
a-
a gallop.
a thorn in the hand to turn in?
No, you can't turn it in because
We need to do the raid again.
we need to do the raid again
Oh, okay.
successfully to turn it in. Unfortunately, you can't get retroactive credit because we did Foundry the week after we did the
raid.
Warthog,
I don't
so
know. It was on my tracker. I don't know why, but I just took it off. So
I mean, that was a fun raid, so I'd be okay to doing it again.
And
Oh,
you can,
yeah.
You can do it at
We
85.
can-
We used to do, well, we started to do Rise of Isengard like with 6, 7, 8 at level 85, so.
Yep. And our other alt healer, Mirrid, Kate's alt, is coming up behind us. We've been playing them a little, so Peladok won't be the only option for a healer.
What? I thought Angolan was Master Healer now.
I don't know if I
Waterlord.
could manage a raid, though. Because they
Waterlord's
only
on
have
kind
two
of a-
heals, and they're both single target.
Wow. It's underwhelming. I was led to believe that it was the greatest thing ever.
No. I mean, I can do great in, like, a dungeon and stuff, as long as Boz is the only one taking damage. But,
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Skutog
yeah.
Okay.
for 9th.
Yep, this dog 9th. Have you got the quest accepted?
Yeah.
Okay, kill him.
No, he's my friend.
No, don't kill him.
oh man, he's gonna heal all the way up.
Give him a cup of tea.
Yeah, that healing is
He's
annoying.
gonna heal all the way up.
That's fine.
all the way to 47k. We'll kill him in 5 seconds.
Okay, I don't like him anymore.
Jerk. How rude. Okay,
He farted on me.
he did.
That was disgusting.
That's why I said how rude.
My whole screen turned like this lime green color for a second. Okay, that was funny.
Alright, so let's see, everybody form up on Galt and me. Yep, look like we're good. And we are riding
And
to
shoot.
Faldham,
And
new town.
That's where Elfhelm was from.
Yes, it is. And we saw Elfhelm at the ford of Eisen when the prince was killed, Prince Theodred. Of course, he rode in to save the day, but not the prince.
Yeah.
The West Emnet across the ford.
If you believe in
I
the
hope his
curse of
kid has
Weirginda,
sense.
it was all fated.
Right. If you're suspicious and superstitious Rohirrim, that curse has a lot of power, but none over dwarves. I'm not so sure. It sounds like something that a Rohan king would call upon himself in his kind of arrogant stupidity. But I'm only saying that outside the bounds of the Rohirrim towns, you'll notice. Okay, so then we have a new frontier to explore here, kind of a new bit of the biome. South of us,
There's peoples here. Hello, people.
south of us there's a river, and there's some kind of a fort kind of to the southeast. And then
Oh, that looks like
hills
Elthangels, doesn't
to
it?
the east. Yep, Elthangels is kind of to the northeast of us now.
Now it's built up in the hill like this, same kind of way.
So here we are at Faldham, and you can milestone here.
Well, I could. There, I found it.
If I could click on it, I could. And there's a sell it if you need one, and a task board if you need one.
No stable?
Yeah, that's outside the gates.
It's outside the gate.
It is outside the gates. We'll go there in a moment. Let's check in with Thane, son of Elfhelm. Thane's son, yes, Thane's son. Acting Thane.
Where are we checking in?
Into the Mead Hall. Did you find it?
Yep. I can always find the meat hall.
Follow your nose. It always knows. And I see Ninth and Galt. Zara, find the meat hall?
I found the meat hall, having a hard time getting in the door.
I
Get off your
understand
horse.
Ninth is making himself comfortable in Thane's seat
I'm
with
here.
all the foods. You stand before Elfmar, son of Elfhelm, Thane of Faldham. How may I serve you? We will turn in a summons unanswered. Welcome. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, easily lost. My men have heard the summons of Reeve Athelwood, but have refused to answer his call. My scouts believe that the lands of Faldham are on the precipice of being besieged by orcs from the north, awaiting the same fate as many in Elthangels have already endured. My most skilled riders have chosen to stay and defend these lands. I will not force them to abandon the people of Faldham, simply out of loyalty to the Reeve, against their own will.
I need your help if you can aid me.
The Elf Ward. Is the immediate follow-up? The orc forces have laid waste to the crofters to the north. We will not allow the same fate to befall the people of Faldham. My riders, the most brave and loyal men I've ever known, are called the Elf Ward. Each of them will have a part to play if we are to withstand the coming siege. The Elf Ward have skill unmatched among all the riders of the plains, yet they are distracted by other concerns. This could prove to be our downfall on the battlefield. We must put their concerns to rest if hope is to be had of survival. Speak with Nothwulf,
and see what actions might put his mind at ease. And then south across the plains, he says, "Welcome to Foldham.
Welcome to
These are not the
Foldham,
first such
friends.
emblems I have seen. I know the orcs move across the Norcrofts in great numbers. I'm trying to do the best I can to combat them while my father is away at the fords of Eisen."
You have seen battle. Would you like to train with my men?
Book 8, Chapter 10, Shield Brothers. I have known Thane Mildred since I was a boy. She was not Thane then, of course. It is a great shame what happened to her husband and to her son, but I am not attributing her words solely to grief. Reeve Athelward is many things, and I would never say he lacked courage. But the simple fact is that Cliving is Cliving is far away. He worries first about Cliving, and second about the other towns within his riding. I cannot say I would do otherwise. You tell Elfmar that you spoke with his father Elfhelm at the fords of Eisen. I'm glad to hear he still lives. I would like to hear more of your account. While my father is away, I am trying to rule in his place as best I can. You have seen battle. Would you like to train with my men? We can discuss the state of things in Rohan, and you can tell me more of what you've seen beyond the borders. Why don't we do that right now? I think it is a solo, but it might be a solo duo.
Nope, it's
both
solo.
Nope.
Solo, okay. I will... This... The
Elfmar
field
is a
just
good
outside the
man,
mead hole
and
serves
true,
as the training area for my
just like
men.
his
Will you
father.
help train them? I
We
would be
should help him
pleased to see what you
prepare
could
his
do.
men for battle as best we can.
You have to fight. So Nona, Horn, and Corridon are around here with Elfmar and lots of Rohirrim fight.
Oh, check it out. If you hover over Nona Horn and Corridon, it counts them as brigands. Because Brigand Slayer is on the...
What?
If we were to kill them,
that
it would...
is so weird.
That's bizarre.
You're right. The Rohirrim fighters also seem to count as brigands.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that I'd believe.
And Elfmar as well. He's a brigand. What is going on?
Must not kill for deed. Must not kill for deed.
So Elfmar says...
I'm not a brigand, I'm not a brigand.
I'm not. Things go ill in Rohan. I fear the king's men are fewer than in days past, and less resolute. I have heard whispers from the villagers and lords alike that put little faith in Theoden King. I stand with Eomer, the king's nephew and third marshal of the Riddermark. He is my shield brother, and we have sparred in peace and fought side by side during war. If he were here, he would be the first to volunteer to train with my men. Alas, Eomer is carried hither and yon by the tides of danger, and he goes where he is most needed. For today, that is elsewhere. It will not always be so, and that is why I want you to train with my men. They will have need of the experience when the orcs come to Foldham, as surely they must. Continue. I have called as many of my men as could be spared to this field. This is the very enclosure where my father taught me to swing a sword when I was but a child. Let us see if I can make my father proud, though he be far distant. We should be the first combatants. It has been the custom in Foldham for the leader to take the first battle for himself, and I see no reason it should be different today. Let us have a good battle, and by our example inspire the men.
Flat of the blade. Flat of the blade.
Brigand! This is obviously going to take the Guardian the longest. But, good, good. I yield. It was a good contest. And now Nona and Horn want to talk to us.
I guess
Let's talk to
Corridon
Horn.
wasn't interested.
Corridon's standing off. He's kind of watching from a distance. He's standing kind of off to the east. Horn says, "Well fought, both of you. I will find someone with whom to test my own mettle." Horn goes out to find someone with whom to spar, and Nona says, "I will try not to hurt these horse lords too badly, for your sake." Nona looks for someone with whom to spar. And we are going to fight all these different Rohirrim. You have to fight every single one of them in the yard.
They have different ranks. And I'm not going to read all their text, so just go around and fight them. Fight them all. And it'll take a few minutes.
They're churls.
Yeah, hunters will one-shot them, and they'll be like, no, stop!
No, that's their rank.
Oh. Churls?
In Sophie talk,
Yes.
close enough.
Carols? Is that how it would be pronounced?
Yeah, Carol.
Carol, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, the churls.
Churls. Gummies
Cognitive, I think.
and rings. Rings?
And rings.
Yeah.
I love these guys who start out, I will not yield. I yield. I yield.
Yield. Tremble, for you face a skilled opponent from Twickenburg.
No.
Von Twickenberg!
Did I get them all? Oh,
Alright,
you,
that
you're
didn't take
hiding.
too long.
It's not very noble.
There's about 9 or 10 guys to fight.
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah,
take too long.
I'm
They
trying
didn't
to find
they
them
didn't
all.
stand up real well.
That's the problem. They're kind of paper dollish.
My fighting brings all the brigands to the yard.
It does.
And they say it's better than theirs.
They do. Ow, 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 no! I didn't mean real damage. Why are you shooting me with arrows?
That's how I roll.
Half of them I didn't touch. I just let the volcanic runestone do its thing.
And unfortunately, we are not actually getting any Slayer credit for defeating them. I'm watching my Brigand Slayer not go up as we defeat each one.
Because you didn't defeat any of them. They ran away.
Right. They did.
They yielded.
So he's sad but not truly despondent. Like he's only sad for a few minutes and then he's gonna have a cupcake and feel better. It's different than being like defeated by the Watcher of the Water where you're really despondent.
Well, dude, you know. Kicking your butt. As opposed to just everyday ordinary kicking your butt.
So
Alright, I'm
I'm
done.
finally done. Okay. Anyone not done? So you should be done when Elfmar and the other fighters have gathered around and he has a flamey ring over his head. Anyone not there yet? Anyone need more time? I'm hearing crickets. So he says, is it true that your friend and boon companion, Horn, is from Eowth in the Entwash Vale? If he is the son of Reeve Ingbert, then his sister is the girl Ingith. Elfmar looks troubled. I wonder how she's taken the death of Prince Theodred. The two were betrothed, and now, alas, they will never marry. This war has already taken the happiness of many, and it has only just begun. I am ready to spar with you again, adventurer, and this time I will not let you have the victory so easily. A second bout, and this one shall go to me.
No, I don't
Click
think
through.
so.
Just as easy.
Aim coup de grace.
Yeah.
I yield. Very good. Oh, and Nona has run out into the field. Horn, are you ready to prove yourself to me in battle? I did not catch that, Nona. What did you want? I want a challenge. Do you think you can provide it? I think you will find I can. Do you see the strength in my sword arm? Where? Here, my sword arm. Oh, you're having a jest. I would spar with you, lady, but I would fear to harm such a delicate flower. I will not be called that by you, lady delicate. Ching, 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 and they go at it for a while.
These two just need to go get a pen.
Yes.
And in
Yeah,
the meantime,
They need a room.
They do. They totally need to get a room. They don't have one.
They don't know anything about
Get a
either
tent.
each other.
Right. There's plenty of tents about. Caradon has something to say about it, so let's talk to the elf. Oh my. Nona and Horn will likely be sparring like that for a while. I've been wondering how much longer it might take. Each of their interest in the other has been quite obvious to me, though perhaps not to themselves. Caradon smiles. Would you like to spar with me? They are not likely to end anytime soon.
Is he coming on to me?
I don't think so. I think he just wants to spar. I don't know. Is he a Hobbit fancier?
Some things are better left unanswered. Elfmore wants
Probably
to talk.
so. He does.
All I'm gonna say is everyone's about the same height when they're on their back.
Oh my!
Goodbye. So, Elfmar of Shield Brothers, he says, I do not quite know what to make of this. If I did not know better, I would say that those two are courting, but that would be unwise to say aloud. Perhaps I am mistaken. Elfmar shakes his head. Thank you
No,
for your help.
you're right.
I know that my men are better prepared to face what must surely await them now. I hope you found the training useful as well.
Sure.
Are you
We're
ready to
still
return
at
to
it.
the mead hall? Nothing follows up a sweat quite like a great mug of ale. I like this dude.
There is something reassuring about a good bout of sparring.
Standing still so you could mark me there, G. So we all broke our fellows and such. Book 8, Chapter 10, Shield Brothers. Thank you very much. There's something solid and reassuring about a good bout of sparring. I know my men will be pleased to have had the opportunity when the time comes to defend their homes or those of their neighbors.
No doubt your friend Horn will be glad to see
Tactical
them
mitigation, I guess. Book 8, Chapter 11, Across the Vale. Your road surely runs northwest now to Eowyrth. No doubt your friend Horn will be glad to see his home again, and you may be able to learn where the Uruks cross the river, if they still live. As you travel through the Entwash Vale, slay any mounted enemies you encounter. With such speed they could double back and cause trouble for Faldum, or for towns in the Sootgroths, and I do not wish that. Your friends are just outside, I believe. Speak with them and give them my thanks for helping to train my men. We also need to speak with Nothwolf because we have other work to do here in Faldum.
Hey, Sophie, he's not a wolf.
Nope, he's not a wolf.
He's a different breed. That's the name of our quest. Greetings, adventurers. My concern lies with a growing threat from the wooded area to the east. The crofters tell tales of a strange, monstrous creature seen lurking in the shadows. Of late, a drunken farmer was attacked while pacing the woods at night. Stories of the beast that came upon him have many worried. Speak with the elder, Sahad, about this matter. He is wise and has been studying these events with some earnest.
I wonder if he was born in summer.
Sahard?
So hot.
So we're not going to talk yet to our companions because we want to kind of do our
Our good
work
deed
here in
run?
Faldum. Yep. So let's go to the stables though, which is if you head out of town and turn due south, which is to the right,
friend of the Rohirrim.
you'll go to the stable master.
Just like solitude.
This is very solitude-like, isn't it? Even with the Oh, not Solitude. No, I'm thinking of Whiterun. This place feels very Whiterun to me.
It feels like Whiterun in its looks, but Solitude... Oh, well, yeah, so does Whiterun. You're right, it's Whiterun. I was thinking Solitude had its stables outside the town, but so does Whiterun just do.
This is Skyrim, but it's not. This
No,
is
it's
Lothro.
I've been really
We
getting
have-
into ESO lately.
I have been unable to get into it. Kind of sad because it's a pretty cool game.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I wasn't too big a fan.
What brings you to these lands?
I thought
I like it a
everything
lot. I've been
except
playing
the
it.
combat I liked.
Oh, I love the combat in that game. But I
Yeah.
always play a healer, so, you know.
So you're not combat.
Right.
Okay. Sahard. Welcome, visitor. What questions have you for old Sahard? What I know of the beast you seek is collected from traditional folk tales. Stories told by wives to scare children into good behavior or to keep fools from wandering the woods at night. Listen closely and I will reveal the truth of the matter.
It's selfish.
Listen.
In the tales, they're
Yes,
called
it goes
Lath
to the-
Bear. They were once ordinary bears, but now possessed by foul spirits. Their wicked hosts have been warped into dangerous, frightening creatures intended for serving a darker purpose. None that I know have ever claimed to see such a sight, and I had thought them naught but a myth. The local sightings have greatly concerned me. The terrifying description matches with the Lath Bear tales. Excuse me, did you say laugh bear?
Is that sort of like man, bear, pig?
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You must inspect these beasts for yourself. Take this meat and set it before the creatures of the woods. I know not if it will lure a lath bear, but if you manage a closer inspection, be ready to defend yourself from their wrath and their laugh. In here, a guard of Faldum has gone east to explore the edge of the woods not long before you. When you're satisfied with your inspection, seek out in here, discover what he may have learned.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
So your quest should say, he's repeating his text a lot, but once you have a
It's
chance to
because
click
it's
him again-
selfish and everyone has to click on him.
Yeah, the advancement, your quest should say lure lath bears with bait and defeat any that appear. If it doesn't say that, you need to listen to him talk. And then click.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Oh, that's sad. There is no more coffee in the cup.
It's always a sad moment.
Maybe the noises they make sounds like, you know, hoof.
Okay, I think we have all advanced it.
Oh my god, chickens.
Because he's not
Have
talking
we?
anymore.
That's not what I was expecting when I walked into this house.
What?
Go in this house here, the one I'm standing in front of.
Okay. I didn't know we could go into the other house. Holy crap, it's a chicken coop.
It's the hard
Whoa.
barn. Hmm.
It's a horrid chicken coop. It's like ultra mega chicken prison. We need to free the chickens.
Anybody want fried chicken?
I could go for
Chicken's
some
good.
fried chicken.
Hey,
That's
that's
more
a
like
sort of freedom,
roasted
isn't it?
or broiled.
Rotisserie,
Also a
probably.
sort
Yeah.
of freedom, and also tasty. Chicken soup, chicken and dumplings. We could do it all with all those chicken. And then the chickens wouldn't be in cages.
Yep. Okay, so we are going
Well, rib cages.
north and then east.
Stupid knot.
Yep, got one sucked in.
Yeah, he was on me. He was...
That bear wasn't laughing, so it's not what we're looking for.
Oh, Warband
Oh yeah,
Sword
sword
Ripper.
protector.
Heart Ripper?
You can rip
Never
No,
mind
he's my
it-
friend.
Mind the smell.
Switch weapon.
Oh, it didn't work. Oh well. Maybe it only works on humanoids?
Okay, location for bait. Everybody see this? Some
Yep.
curious laugh bears seem to have been drawn out. Anybody else need curious laugh bears?
No.
I need one more.
Okay, put down some meat and we will call more of them.
If my wolf doesn't eat it for
Now that I see these bears, there's nothing funny about them.
They're pretty
They have
scary
a
looking,
vicious
aren't they?
tickle attack.
No, Tickle,
Dead.
stop, no.
to shreds,
You laugh
you
yourself
say.
to death. It's a tragic, tragic way to go.
They'll hug you
I'm writing.
with their teeth.
Yes.
Like this.
Here is in here the elf ward.
Whoa.
In here is out here. A different breed. You handled that Loth bear quite well. It seems that Sahad was correct. The myths of old are based in truth, but why have these creatures suddenly returned? Something must have
Because
roused
the
them from their
orcs-
slumber, and now are eagerly seeking living prey. Thank you for aiding me in investigating our foe. Rest a moment and allow me to consider what must be done. Resonating fear. The Lothbear seem to have been roused by some event, perhaps by the same occurrence that has caused such fervor in the roaming orcs. Yet they have largely remained cautious and distanced, perhaps still fearing the sounds of riders preparing for combat. If this is kept them at length, then we must convince the Lothbear that the Erlingers are still here in force. I will lend you my battle horn. Sounding the horn while riding in the woods will perhaps frighten the Lothbear into a return to hibernation. I will remain on watch and ensure that no Lothbear approach the village. Find ideal locations, which we magically know are ideal.
His science seems to be flawed.
This is an ideal location for sounding the horn, everybody. Make a lot of noise. Make a lot of noise. A lot of noise.
I'm really good at making a lot of noise.
Disturbed forces. The Lothbear become disturbed by your actions in their territory and become more active, seeking intruders. The disturbed Lothbear must be defeated before they turn their aggression toward the crofters on the outskirts of Fulham. I'm riding to the second ideal location. I think I've found it. That Lothbear is quite disturbed. Little fella.
third location.
My wolf is howling too.
The disturbed Lothbear were unable to injure any of the people and followed them in their aggression due to your efforts to defeat them. Damn Skippy. So we're going to the third ideal location, which is up the hill, into this misty place. This is an ideal location. So he's laughing. He laughs. Laugh bear.
Not laughing anymore.
It's not a laughing matter, kids. Another disturbed laugh bear. Okay, so you should have talked to in here about the unyielding Lothbear. Everyone have that?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. What the hell just happened?
I don't know, what the heck just happened?
I was on follow, and then it turned me around, and I don't know where the hell I was.
Same here.
And, I don't know.
Our mission is done.
Resonating fear. If the threat of mounted warriors does nothing to discourage these brutes, then they are indeed more dangerous than I had perceived. You all have done well to overcome the Lothbear you encountered thus far, but it may require more drastic actions if we're to subdue this menace entirely.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
The corrupted matrons. It is as I feared. The spirits will not be intimidated, and our problem can only be resolved when the matrons of the Sloth have been dealt with. Finding the matrons may be difficult. The Lothbear have been secluded in darkness, lurking among the shadows of the valley to the east. I believe this is where the den may lie. Search for the Lothbear den, beyond the trees, and eliminate any matrons found within. Take courage, for the dark spirits that infest the Lothbear may still be restless within their dwelling. I must return soon to Fallen. The hour draws near, and I am needed by my allies. When you have seen to these matters, speak to Sahad at his home. Good fortune to you all.
Hey guys, how difficult is this gonna be?
Super difficult.
No, it's gonna be so hard.
Let's uninstall the game.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
be
trying
so
not
hard.
So hard.
You didn't think that was good?
I thought it was good. It was not terrible. I've heard
Was
worse.
not well, actually.
There's only one
He said
proper way
worse,
to answer
so
that.
With demerits.
With demerits?
That's how you answer everything.
I wish you could
The
dispense
Valley of the
merits.
Lothbear.
The Laugh Bears.
It is the Valley of the Lothbear.
The happiest place on earth?
It's the funniest place on earth.
The furriest place on earth.
There
And
we
the
go.
stunniest place on earth.
Those bears take
it-
too long to fall down. I think they're still target worthy.
Yeah, they do a long death animation like, hey, that hurts.
Well, this is pleasant.
Smarter than average. Handling the Lothbear with tactics and cunning has proven to be unsuccessful. Desperation calls for brute force as a response to a fearless foe that cannot be reasoned with. The Lothbear's malevolent plans are unknown. They may be rallying a host to assail the farms, while the riders who follow them are preoccupied with the advances of the orcs. Or they may just be planning a tea party. We just don't know. Strike against them before they're ready for such an endeavor, and thin their numbers to prevent them from amassing such a force. Really, they just got up at 1:45 and thought that it was honey time. It was all a big misunderstanding. So we can follow the weird spirit effect and hopefully find the matrons.
Let's try to give both groups time to attack things, please.
There's a mage.
Alright, that's all for in here.
Hey, Bug.
Yes?
Hey, Bug. He said that's all for in here.
Yes.
Was that
Yep,
intentional?
Alpha on the floor, alpha on the walls.
Okay, well, I
No,
guess
no,
we'll just
no.
drop down.
He said that's the guy we just talked to is named in here, and he said that's all for in here.
No, that was not an intentional pun. Alright.
What the hell? Where am I?
I don't know, where are you?
You fell into
I'm
the
in a pocket
crevasse.
dimension. I did.
It was not the icy crevasse.
Thankfully, that place.
Do we have pack on or
What's the question?
Dawn?
You got too far ahead of me.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Cleared out this room.
Through the water.
Yep, into the water. That's the only other way.
Not the first time we've got it.
Hang on. We got a couple of stragglers, I think. Oh, we're good. Let's see. I still need a daunting Lathbear. Anybody else still need a daunting?
We need 2 of them.
2.
Okay. Jump down here. Make sure Cult's group gets to shing these guys. Yep, there you go. Here's another daunting. And make sure Galt's group can tag this one. There we go.
I think they got credit for both of those ones, though.
One of those was not a daunting, it was a hulking.
Oh.
Okay. Smarter than average. With their numbers hindered, any vengeful plots against the Rohirrim will be slow to develop. The people of Faldom have been afforded a reprieve from the danger of an imminent honey raid by the Lathbear, thanks to your actions. Or maybe something more sinister than that. We're not sure.
Help.
Are you outside?
No, Galt's here. I'm good. We're good.
Are you outside the cave? Are you inside? You're
I'm
inside the cave.
still
We're coming
inside the
out.
cave.
Alright, let's mount up. What? I can't do mounted combat skills here? Are you joking? We did all that mounting up, and now I'm gonna kill stuff.
I thought we were leaving.
We are, but we're working on Supernatural Slayer or whatever it is.
Ancient Evils.
Yes, that's it. If anybody missed Swart Ripper, he's right here. They did. Alright. Form up on Boz and Galt. Oh, return to Sahard. Return to Sahard.
What did you
There
think
he is.
it was saying?
I misremembered in here, and Sahard is the old guy. In here is the elf helm. Is the elf ward rather, not the elf helm.
I was wondering where you were going.
Going nowhere fast.
I just scrambled because I'm a doofus.
Doubling back for some Urukai riders. Making a big loop, really. There we go. Cap is 84.
Cap is what?
84.
I'll get there someday.
84. You will. Admirably handled, easily lost. Without their matrons, the Lothbear number should be fragile enough so as not to risk assaulting our homes directly. I will endeavor to pass on the tale of your deeds, so that the account of the Lothbear's danger might be heeded as a warning of truth, and not told as a harmless fable or children's tale. Had you not intervened, we might have learned a more difficult lesson. Return to Northwolf. Put his mind at ease.
Alright, if you're gonna leave it at 84 for right now, I need to get stoned. Just give me a second. Alright, fully stoned and ready to go.
That was quick. I'm impressed.
You know what, though?
It was a one-hitter.
Yeah, we'll probably have 85 cap next week, is my guess. Some folks a chance to catch up who are a little behind. And, oh, we have a quest. Getrick. What is this?
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
Goods of value. Is that a doe?
Well, yeah, we were just at killing bears.
A deer?
Oh, crud. Yeah, I missed this guy.
Oh, it's time
These lands
there.
are far too
Probably up there.
dangerous. Yeah, Theoden King keeps safe only those within his walls, and so my family makes for Edoras at once. I worry about providing for my family once we reach the great city. If I had some pelts to sell at the market, I would feel much better about making the journey. Please gather some hides for me, so that I might care for my children. Go with haste. I cannot afford to hesitate any longer, and we shall depart shortly. Oh, okay. It's a timed quest. Alright, well, let's go do it on a timer then. This is timed quest week. I'm heading due east, jumping across farm fences. Right past Sahard's farm again.
With you.
Yeah, how would we have known to grab that quest? That ring was nowhere in sight while we were doing the whole Lockbear line.
Maybe it didn't unlock till we finished the other one.
This isn't gonna take long, guys.
We missed our 1 minute timer. We're gonna be within the 2 minute timer. That should be 5 hides for everyone.
No.
Did both? Nope. Okay, my group lay off the DPS and let Galt
We're on
They
top.
got 5 now.
5? Okay.
And you have to get back
Never
before
mind,
it
firewall.
expires. So it makes
Yep,
sense
so
that
we're
they don't
going
give it to you right
to...
away.
Gonna form up. And we're gonna ride back. Bearing right.
Our mission is dire.
Be picky with your 10 minutes. What fortuitous timing. We were at the precipice of departure. You have arrived not a moment too soon. These hides are in pristine condition. We should be able to barter for what we need to survive once we arrive in Edoras. Blessings upon all of you with your aid. And an Uruk rides in and gets decapitated by Boz's axe. Hey guys, I wanted to say hi. No! Okay, let us talk to Not a Wolf and follow them.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
I'm encouraged we were able to prevent these Lothbear beasts from overwhelming the people of Foldham. With one danger behind us, I look only to facing the Orc threat. You have my gratitude, friends. Elfmar has a quest. The Elf Ward.
Thank you for your help.
Northwold seems ready to focus on the task at hand now that his mind is at ease. Oseen has been heard worrying about the Crofters and their lack of preparation. Speak with Oseen and inquire about lending a hand, so that he may concern himself with his own readiness.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
That's cool. Is that a gold, what is it, a gold swan kite? That is awesome.
Yep, it's a kite.
That's super cool. Hail, friends. Thane Elfmar has given word that the Elf Ward are to prepare their steeds and equipment for what will be a dangerous assault against our home. I must keep focused upon this task. Yet, I cannot help but be concerned for the people of Fulham. The Crofters are terribly unready for the coming siege. Without proper preparation, many are certain to die fighting for their land and home. May I entrust you with aiding these people of merit? Lend them your skill, and I will see that you're rewarded for your trouble.
Who are you talking to?
Osin.
Osin, right here.
I don't have anything to turn into him.
Did you go, did you turn
Did
in
you
the
talk
last
to
bear
Elfmar?
with Nothwolf, and then you talk to Elfmar after that, and he'll give you a follow-up, the Elf Word.
Well,
Okay,
it's the
sorry,
same
it must
quest
not
we
have
had.
turned in right.
That's okay.
Okay, now he's selectable.
Yay. And we might get 1 or 2 of these done. Everybody planning to be here next week?
No.
Yep.
Zara accepted. We've talked about this.
I figured.
Yeah.
Rohirrim have
Yep,
need of
I
your
should be here.
services.
Cool. This is Thurgir. So expect for the next few weeks, with Zara gone and the expected group being 6 in attendance, we'll do about 2 hours of progression and about 2 hours of instances. And also, as soon as we hit 85 cap, which will be next week, I think, we'll start immediately probably doing those Erebor instances, so some new content that nobody, or most of us, are seeing. Not nobody, I think. So that's what we have to look forward to. Zara, when you get back in the mix, we'll make sure also that we get your deeds done for Tier 1 in those instances as well, like we always do, so you will not be left out of the fun. This is Barricading the Homes. Hail to you, adventurers. I imagine you're familiar with siege tactics, defensive positioning, and the like. Do our homesteads appear ready to withstand an enemy's charge? I believe that more must be done to protect our homes. I beg of you, assist in boarding the openings. A well-boarded window will make it difficult for an orc to penetrate, or to easily peer inside to look for prey. Use the planks I've cut to cover the windows of unprotected homes. So, sturdy wood planks. It's up, I guess. Here's an unprotected window.
Who the hell? 8 windows.
8 windows. You don't have to go back to the planks each time, so there's 2 unprotected windows. Probably
Where's
need to
the
go to
second
other. There are 2 on his house.
Yeah, that's a little more reasonable.
Oh, Basil, where did you get the owl?
Winterfest.
Oh, that's
okay.
cool.
I want an owl.
There's an unprotected window on this farmhouse by Boz.
And
another
also another quest.
Yep.
Our success depends upon
Deorun,
our strength.
an end to lending.
Will you aid us?
It is said a farmer is only as effective as his tools, and I'm sorely lacking many of the tools I now require. I have need of many of my tools which I've lent to my friends and neighbors. I foresee them becoming invaluable in the coming days. Might you gather up the many items I've loaned out and return them to me? In particular, I'm seeking my hammer, pitchfork, lantern, and an old bow. You might have to run a race to get the bow, but that's just our weird Rohirrim tradition. Don't worry about it. Speak to the other crofters around Faldham and inquire about the items. These tools will be put to good use when the siege begins.
Okay, dude run.
And he only has the one window on his croft house, so we'll keep looking.
There's 2 on this house.
There we go. Unprotected windows. We playing Darkwood? Cannibals. This has 1 window, 2 windows.
And another person to talk to.
And another person to talk to. And Haligmar.
What brings you to these lands?
He also has information for us. I'd be happy to return Deorin's pitchfork. I appreciate his loaning it to me. I last used it at Sahad Stable. If you're looking for it, I would start there. And
The Rohirrim
freeing the
need your
steeds.
aid.
A few men have reported horses missing as orc poachers have come and abducted them during the cover of night. The tracks from town lead east and to the south towards the mountain pass. I beg of you, please release our steeds from the enclosures of the orcs. No doubt they have some vile intention for the steeds that we have taken such great care of. Be most cautious. That area has grown rather dangerous of late. Oh?
I just noticed that they redid the map for Rovanian.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, they did. They did do that thing.
Is that a pet?
It's not quite. Well, my map is resized weird. It puts me east of the Argonath. Does it show right for you guys?
Yes, it also shows me east of the Argonath. That's not where we are.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Did
It's
they
a
always
pretty
have
neat map,
Dale?
Yeah,
No.
it is pretty.
No, Dale's new
That's
in the
all new.
latest update.
I got 8 windows.
Good. We are gonna wrap it up, but I think just before we do, we'll talk to Enswith here and get another quest. Sweet Revenge. Adleod. Oh, dear Adleod. He was my husband. Killed by orcs during our walk along the western hillside. He stood alone against them so I might escape, but now everything in Fulham reminds me of his tragic death. I cannot bear to stay here much longer. Please, traveler, I beg of you this one favor. Before I flee to start a new life in Edoras, I ask for vengeance for Adleod. The orc who slew my husband was a large brute called Gat by those with him. Ensure that Gat is never able to harm another man, and I will see you to your reward.
How do they know that?
Yeah, how does he know that? How does she know that? That is super weird.
Because the developers told.
Yes, that's right. She is.
Lantern.
Oh,
is right
and she says, Darren, lend my husband his lantern as a favor. You're more than welcome to take it. I saw it lying by the windmill. And yes, it is right inside the windmill. Thank you. Good catch. Loaned lantern. Okay. We are super close to Faldham, so why don't we just ride back to town to conclude. We're kind of in the middle of these quests, but that's cool. Zara, we'll miss you while you're gone. It's nice hearing your voice every week.
I'll miss you guys too.
And the
Yeah.
occasional
Maybe
body
I'll
comment.
when I'm around.
Yeah, I've been totally lousy at being here on Wednesday nights, basically since we got the puppy. So I can't make any promises, but I am on sometimes. So if you catch me on, come say hi. I've been coming in channel and hanging out by myself when I've been bringing the alts up in the mornings and sometimes in the afternoons, but
Alright folks, I am updating message of the day to indicate 4/14 next Saturday as our main play day. Cap is 84, and it will go to 85 next week.
Greetings, friend of the Rohirrim.
That's what I got.
Have a good one, everyone.
Oh, I have keys.
Oh, cool. I have no loot box, but if anybody wants to stay for Lotto, I would
I have a
totally
loot
be.
box.
I'd be up for that. Let me invite everybody in who wants to be in.
I'm already logged out, so I'm gonna bow out. Thank you.
Gob,
Have a
can
good
you
one,
just ban
everyone.
your fellow?
Done. I have a lockbox as well.
Sorry, Zara, I canceled the trade. Give me a minute. I have no keys and no boxes, so this is all on donations.
Welcome, my friend.
Wow, 2 keys. And a loot box. Thank you, ma'am.
There's 2 keys. Let me mail you another box then.
I sent you
Oh,
a couple
slow down,
boxes
Pod.
and a key.
Oh, right. So, do we have enough boxes or what?
Okay, let's see what everybody donated. I have 3 keys and 5 loot boxes. That's what I got. Anybody got more keys?
No.
Okie dokie. It's a 3 this week. Let's roll them. Bam. Dwarf luck.
Yay,
A 3. Oh, Zara, close.
Ooh.
I open the first one. See what I got. I got Snap. Warren Symbol of the Elder King.
Oh, that's
that
useless
that
now.
would have been good. Yeah, I'll make a first stager for my warden coming up. He's next. And all right, I'm out of the next roll. We got 2 more rolls. Go for it.
My God, my rolls
96.
are lackluster.
96.
I
Congrats,
think
Zara.
Zara wins out.
Yep.
We don't even total her roll.
What'd you get? What'd you get? Yeah, the rest of us don't total. That's pretty pathetic.
You're right. Ooh, 5 tomes of defense. Good for raiding. The exquisite necklace of the rabbit is good for selling, probably.
Yep.
Last one.
Okay. 4 more rolls. Who's gonna win it? Well, 1 more roll.
I got 3 again.
Another 3. What is up with that?
Wow.
Angalan, congrats. Wins the last
Mighty
one of the day.
67.
Alright.
Are you present in town? Are you still in Thaldum, Angalan? Or did you?
No, I
already
left
just
to
mail
do
it?
other stuff. Yeah, can
Okay,
you just
I'm
mail
mailing.
it, please?
I certainly will. And grats.
Have a good week, guys. Maybe we'll see you on Wednesday.
You too. I will again. The spirit is willing. I'm trying to be here. So I look forward to it. And if you come and check on me during the day, I was in here probably. I probably did maybe 6 or 8 hours this week across daytime. So ships that pass in the day. Yep.
Alright, thanks for watching, everyone.